So just say random words.
Yeah. Low squad are a terrible team, and baby whiners.
That'll do. What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the Let It Rip podcast. I'm xDriger, and it's episode 6 or 5. I'm not sure. I'm on the corona again, and this time we're going to be doing the podcast with Coxxy. Now, I'm downstairs today, as some of you with the keen eye might notice. If you've seen the other ones, I am not in the usual red and white bedroom, but today we're in the kind of a bluey grey, although it'll just come up as grey on there, won't it? But it's blue, kind of, with a black sofa. I'm downstairs. My parents aren't in. Now, a little bit of a run through on what the podcast has been so far. It's been 2 attempts of trying to do this one with Coxxy, and ultimately it's gone a bit shit. So if we just do that down and put that up. Is that better? That'll do. I don't want it to be too, I like eye level kind of thing, because if I'm looking up at it, I don't know. Boys, I'm shattered. I've had to move my entire kit downstairs so I can use the Ethernet cable. Hopefully it was going to be fine, so I can get that shit sorted. I'll just fucking, that'll be sorted in a minute. Right, in this podcast it's going to be me and Coxxy just talking about his journey in Compete League and Rivals, his plans, and then we'll just crack on. I think this is my 3rd corona. He might be done. This guy plows through him. But when it comes to it, it'll be fine. We'll get it going. We'll try and get his camera on there. It'll be Gucci. There we go. I should have had it like that. But I didn't do that. I didn't. So I'm going to cut it here. I'll get Coxxy on. I'll probably do an intro again for the 5th time. And then things will get sorted. I'm not wearing the flannel shirt. It's just my pale ass wearing a white shirt. Now I'm wearing an unironed white shirt because it apparently makes me look less pale. Who knows what I have to say. I'll end this here. We'll get him on. And we can talk through it. Sound. Okay. Just waiting for Coxxy on it. Just waiting for Coxxy. Just waiting for Coxxy to get on the thing. Just doing this thing with me with the cat on the side, the cat, stroking the cat. Not the first time I stroked a pussy. Way, gotta love it, mate. Just saying it with the arms, hard. Not hard at all. The small, maybe. You know what I am good at? I'm good at this thing. No, not because the sofa's in the way, but it's fine, mate. It's fine. Just get on with it. Get on with it. Got the air. It's quite long now. Used to have the curtains. Don't have the curtains anymore. Sweep it to the side. Fuck me, that's bad, innit? That's bad. Cockney lads speaking like the boys from London. That'll do. It's really long at the sides. Fuck me, what am I doing? I'm a mess. Yeah, I got a friend's request. That might be Coxxy now. Pending. Accept. That's weird. Hello. Who's this that we see today? It's not your podcast, Pykex, mate. Oh, no. Sorted, lads. Let's go. Right, I'm going to stop it here. And next time you're on, you'll see him. Maybe. Who knows? Welcome back to the Let It Rip podcast, episode 6, I think. I am here joined with Coxxy, the ex-COO of Wind and Rain Rivals, and now just an all-round great person. How you doing, Coxxy? How you doing? It's all right, actually. It's all right. My parents have gone on holiday, so I've got the house to myself, which means good times are ahead. Very much looking forward to that one. I'm on the Corona, as usual. Coxxy, you promised me you had a drink with you today. I think I fucked this, mate. I genuinely think I fucked this one. Talk again. Hello. Right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Let It Rip podcast. I'm your host, xDriger, and today I'm joined by Coxxy, or is it just Coxxy? I don't know.
Coxxy.
Just Coxxy's fine. I don't know why I put an X in there. I think it's because I
Tyler, it's up to you.
Tyler works too, yeah. For those that won't realise, which is everybody, we've just done 50 minutes, and it's not worked. Good job, me. So we're going to just do the whole thing again, and we'll make it more entertaining, because we're awesome at that.
Yeah.
So you're on your second now, aren't you? You're on your second strongbow.
Yeah, I'm on second. I go for him pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm posse. I'm on my first Corona still. So, was that part of the Black Rose tryout, or was that just, at what point did that happen?
Had offered me a tryout, then came up with the idea we should all cancel all our tryouts, commit to resurgence out for other teams. We're like, yeah, it's fair enough. This is the team. This is the one. And we lose one scrim.
Fuck, man, it's not working.
And found it.
Yeah, it's cutting out.
Is it?
It's cutting out. I don't know what it is. I don't know how I can improve this at all. Have you got internet issues?
No, mine's green bars.
How do I see it on Discord?
Bottom left, it says like video connected. Have bars.
Is it
So
might
I've
be
got
because
20.
I'm sharing screen?
Maybe. Yeah, sharing.
Although now you're talking and it's not coming up. Can you hear me still? I can't hear you, mate. So, we're about 7 minutes and 26 seconds into the video, although we're going on to 33. Maybe that's right. We'll see. And we're still not at the actual podcast yet. I filled up so much content in this 7 minutes that it's ridiculous, the fact how poor I am at doing this. Although, if I ever do create a proper YouTube channel, get into that 10-minute mark, easy as fuck. Easy as fuck. What I want to do, lads, is just give you a quick preview of the podcast with a beautiful solo performance from our boy Coxxy. And then we'll get into the main 3-hour-long slugfest of a podcast, as you are probably being able to see by the old timeline bar at the bottom, or whatever that bar is on YouTube that says it. So enjoy the solo performance of the song that he sung. My head's fucked, lads. Just go. Sleep is important for you. Just make sure you go to sleep, because I can't remember what the song is. All Star. The solo performance of All Star. I'm not re-recording this. I've done this bit about 5 times. Here it is.
The classic.
Banger.
I was like, yeah, give me Seven Nation Army. Stop making me sing like the fucking Linkin Park.
Right, Coxy, mate. We're going to do a swap. Do you know you went to the toilet before? I need the toilet now. It's something about alcohol, boys. So all I'm going to ask you to do...
I'll go for another one then.
No, we can't go at the same time. It's a podcast. This is...
Oh, right, I have to keep it going. I thought you were going to edit it.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck
do you
that.
not do editing?
Oh, right. I could, but I'm not going to. You carry the podcast, talk about something.
Right, please be fast, because I'm going to wet myself.
That's fine. That's fine, mate. That's fine.
Okay,
Carry this shit, Coxy. I believe in you.
All right. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with a finger and a thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming, they don't stop coming. Bent to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back street? You never know if you don't go. You never know if you don't go. Ah, fuck, I did it wrong. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Hey now, You're a rock star, get the show on, get paid, and all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. The meteor men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate, it's getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim.
We're back.
The world's on fire. How about yours?
Hello, buddy. Go ahead. What were you talking about?
Nothing, bruv.
No, did you just stay here in silence?
No, yeah, I just sat there in silence, didn't do anything, didn't sing All Star at all.
Brilliant. Welcome back to the Let It Rip podcast. This is episode 6, and today I am with Coxxy, the ex-COO of Wind and Rain Rivals, the future President of the United States, and the former Sea Dogs member. I made that up, but that's fine. So, Coxxy, welcome to the podcast. This is our, third, maybe fourth attempt of this now?
Yeah. It's tallying up.
Yeah, I mean, we started at 7 and it's 9 o'clock now, which, at least we're pissed.
Yeah.
So, just to quickly go over what we're going to be talking about for today, we have a little bit of a story from chronological order of your history with CL.
Yeah,
ultimately,
my illustrious career.
Yeah, to the rise and fall of Coxxy, and obviously when you left Rivals to...
Oh.
Well, yeah, you left, didn't you? You were an admin and now you're a white name, so... So let's start it off. For the third time, congratulations for winning the Complete League playoffs. It was a stomp. Truly deserved.
Yeah. It was a very difficult, hard-fought game, both sides.
Yeah, I can see the equivalence of both teams, and yeah, it was very hard to pick an MVP. All 10 players really performed.
I'd say me for at least the first 2 games.
Well, that's nice. Very
I had
honourable.
Jin, which is a broken champion.
Is it?
In my hands, it is.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I can't play it, mate. Oh, the only thing I can do is level 1, get my 4th Q. Do you know when it kills all 3 mage minions and lands on the AD carry? That's the only thing I can do on Jin level 1. And
that's an art form.
What are you saying?
You can go far. You can get plat with that.
Right, sweet. Let's go plat. I'm currently hard stuck gold 4. Failed my promos. But yeah, I'm just maining top now. What I've noticed is no one can play top lane.
Yeah, that's evident from watching a split of CL.
So as long as you've got some basic knowledge of watching 2 to 3 LS videos, you kind of know what you're doing. And it's working out for me so far. 70% win rate on Camille. It's not bad. So
Not bad.
Anyway, I know you've already said this, but people haven't heard it. So you came to CL. Or what was the story? Was it Battlefly, did you say? How did you get involved into this League of Legends scene?
Me, Kui, Ten were the OG trio, with some people know Big Dick Billy as the Ditto Master from our Pokemon days. But I know Diglett Master, sorry. The Diglett. Yeah, so when we were all playing Pokemon, Big Dick Billy was the guy that got stuck on the electric gym because he tried to do it with 6 Diglets. So we were near the end of the game and he was just sitting there at 4 AM swearing about his Diglets. But yeah, a few people remember that. Yeah,
Wait,
so
an electric gym with Diglets?
Yeah, he just thought if he captures those level 10 Diglets, he'd sweep the gym.
Wasn't there a Molgus in that gym? Do the flying electric type?
No, it was Pokemon Red. So it was Surge with his Raichu. And he just kept using like Steel Tail or something at 4 AM. We're all going on to the 6th, 7th gym where he's stuck on the 3rd.
Did none of you think, I'll tell you what, I'll just trade you. Yeah. I'll just trade you a fucking like.
In the end, I just gave him like a level 40. But yeah, so that's he's famous in meme history and also one of War's video editors. So you know you're in good hands.
There we go.
Yeah. But yeah, so me, Kui, Ten, Big Dick Billy were an OG team, Ocus, where I got recruited to because me being the silver mid lane god on Not Worth Gold for Wood Wookiees.
Yeah.
Yeah, they needed a fill one day, so they called me up and I was a lot better than their normal mid, so they kept me on. Then Tent threw a bit of a diva fit because he went on Rengar and inted.
Wait, just a Tent pulled a diva fit, is that? That's
Yeah,
not
10,
that's not a characteristic at all.
10 change roles out of the blue.
What?
Well, I never. Yeah. So I used to just play Ari and Zillion. So Ari was like my OTP at the time.
So
And
basically,
then
2 champions where you press R and don't die.
yeah, well, Zillion was press R on 10 on Rengar, so he doesn't die. But yeah, and then Kui would just play Shen every game.
Again, another champion where you press R and someone else doesn't
Yeah.
die.
So yeah, pretty much. Wait, 10 was our carry. What a time. Yeah, that's how you know I was silver.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, and then me. So 10 left the team after kicking Big Dick Billy, which was an amazing because he was the support.
Controversial.
And 10 was our captain. Yeah, 10 kicked Big Dick Billy one day by literally, without telling him, he replaced him with never telling him. So then me and Kui made him get him into a call and explain to him. He just said, you're kicked, about 20 times in a row.
That's mental.
Like, Big Dick Billy was going, what are you saying? Right. What do you mean I'm kicked?
So there's 4 of you in the call, or is the new
There's 4 of
support
us
there
in the
too?
call. No, just 4 of us, so the OGs. And me and Kui, Rob, are just sitting there like, like 10's going, you're kicked. James, you kicked. James is having a breakdown. It was terrible, but like people heard that story. Now it's meme history.
I have more love for Tent than I thought I ever would have. But fuck me, is he attractive right now? So yeah, you kicked Big Dick Billy, who, as we all know, had the biggest dick out of all the Billies.
Yeah. Well, he reminded us frequently it was average, but
how admirable of him. So then what? You've kicked Big Dick Billy. You've got a new support in.
We've kicked him. We've got new support, which a few people recognise the name Louis. Part of our bot lane, which that's a whole Bethany Quiz situation, which we're not going to delve into.
No idea what you're on about. I'll have to speak to Kui about that
one. Yeah, I wouldn't. Speak to Weedfish. Yeah. Louis slept with Quiz girl. It became a whole thing. There's a lot of drama in the old team.
Oh shit, man. That's big. That's fucking huge. So yeah, that happened.
10 decides he wants to become an ADC, but not with us. He leaves the team. Me and Kui decide to make a CL team because he's been casting for them for a little while.
Right.
So we go to CL with random Germans we meet on the day and make. I'm gonna do this again. Strongbow Gaming.
There it is.
Yeah.
For people that don't remember, Kui brought on Strongbow on his appearance on the podcast. Now Coxxy's done the same thing. It's all linked. All intertwined. Beautiful.
Initially, it was just called Strongbow Dark Fruits. That was just the team. But CL made us change it to Strongbow Gaming to sound more official.
That's bullshit. What a bullshit rule that is.
So, yeah, Strongbow Gaming lost brutally to AMG in the first round of the LCQ. Getting destroyed by Mix Up was the mid laner. Mix Up popped off on RA, Jay entered on Callista. So pretty much general CL, just Jay getting carried by his mid laner. Yeah. So
just a straight face. Just instant flame.
Yeah. I mean, that's just... Everyone knows that, Jay and Lane. Yeah, so we lost that. And then Queen messaged me one day saying, hey, we're on Sea Dogs, you're an ADC now. I'm like, okay, yeah. And Sea Dogs were my initial team to introduce me to CL. Both that split in Div 1, or Prem, and back 2 seasons prior as Lionheart, where I played Open League and got like Giga benched for an Ezreal that rush stack Shiv every game.
Brilliant.
2 Shiv. A toxic Ezreal. So
that's toxic Ezreal that rushes static Shiv. I mean, I know that you go Runens. Runens Hurricane is just a must buy on Ezreal, isn't it? First item.
I'm a Ludens man, but...
okay. Yeah. They both worked.
But, so he rushed that Shiv and was toxic and still benched me. So I was silver, like low silver, hard start. During dynamic queue times as well, it was rough. But yeah, so that happened. Then I played a split with Sea Dogs, and it was pretty fun. To be fair, like it was fun, but at the same time, it was far too serious for me. Like, and I made some friends off of it. So, um, Buttermilk is a good guy. Hench is solid. I wouldn't. Hench is a really nice guy, but I would never want to play a whole split of him. I don't think, just because he's like way too serious.
I want to go on a night out with Hench. I noticed that the other day. I was speaking in the before I got banned for argument baiting or whatever the fuck it was. My hair's gone, by the way. Fuck it, don't care. I was speaking to Kai Proska and I have the fuck you pronounce his name and Hench, and they both seem like sound lads.
Yeah, Hench is really nice. I wouldn't want to go on a night out with him because I get really drunk and start grinding, and he likes to sit in dark pubs in the corner. So we'd clash. But
unless you were grinding in a dark pub in the corner.
Could, but I feel vulnerable.
Yeah, a little bit. Just Hench in the corner, a little bit iffy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can understand.
So even though they are really nice guys, it was kind of like, I think I initially only stayed because I got on so well with Impress, who was he was like a really nice guy, and then a big part was probably me fangirling that he was in the Fnatic house, and I would be
100%.
playing and I'd be getting, so one game I'd just be like, yeah, let's play this, and then the next I'd have Broxer in my ear flaming me for Intin on Draven, that was fun.
Which you actually spoke to Broxer?
Yeah. So Broxer, because I had like a really girly icon, he was saying I was a catfish, and one game I was 2-2 on Draven with 0 CS.
How the fuck does that happen?
That decided to be the game. Well, I'm Draven, so I'm tower diving, obviously.
Yeah, just level 0.5, yeah.
So that was the one that Broxer decided to watch. That was a fun game.
That is mental.
Yeah,
I'm so jealous of you.
yeah. Oh yeah, you've got Fnatic xDriger. Yeah, I'm just like literally. I'm queuing. He's like, oh, I work for Fnatic. I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, and then he's like sending selfies in their gaming house, like Soaz and Broxer just chilling there. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is real. So yeah, Impress is like, if anyone wants into esports, Impress is your man.
Yeah.
And yeah, so, but the atmosphere was like way too serious and way too, this is strong, you're playing this. And I'm like, I don't want to play Ashe anymore. Please. I played a split of Ashe. And then I was like, okay, I want to go on a team with friends. So Black Rose were my first thought because I really liked all the guys on the team, apart from Vortex, who I fucking hated. But
why?
Turns out, no, he's like one of my best friends. Because I think we were both equally toxic in text.
I see. Right. Okay. So
and then
it's clashing.
Yeah. So I was like, "Is he autistic?" And then we become friends, and we're like, "Okay, yeah, we're both autistic. It's fine."
Brilliant.
Yeah. So that's why we were by far the best bot lane last split. Well, this split, last split.
People know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it was really fun. There's a lot of drama leading up to it. If I say Resurgence, a few people will get the meme, which was my team with Sesh King that lasted a solid week or two.
Brilliant.
Which was, so I announced I'm leaving Sea Dogs, and it was weird. So Sea Dogs I left because I thought I was the weak link, and it turns out I'm actually pretty decent. So that's one of the reasons I left, because I was like, okay, I feel like shit. I'm having to play Ashe every game I'm into. This isn't fun. So I start playing random games for like shit like WSL.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, give me Vayne. Fuck it. I'm going to go the opposite. And I'm like hard carrying every game. And then Black Rose like, yeah, we'll trial you. Let's do it.
So who was the Black Rose roster at this point? Do you remember?
So the roster at that point was just Cicero, Mammal, Liam. So Vortex.
Yeah.
And they were looking for a mid and an AD, and they were trialing like quite a lot of ADs at the time. So they said they'll give me a tryout, and Sesh King messaged me, who was probably my best friend in CL, and he says, "Yo, let's make a roster. I've got like these guys want to play. So me, Sesh, Jickle, Dench Rabbit, and Susurico. The Susurico, the champion. Jickle, probably the best performing jungler. Dench Rabbit supposed to be this master tier god mid laner." We all come together and we're like, yeah, this is going to be lit. We play one scrim, after like a week of flex. Sesh tells us all to cancel all our trials. This is the dream lineup. We're gonna win CL. Was his famous quote.
It's like when Stephen
Yeah.
Gerrard said, "Don't sleep now, lads."
Yeah. Yeah, that was his star quote. Dent Travis, the best mid. We're gonna win CL. Cancel your trials. So me and Jick will cancel our trials. We play a scrim against AMG, which was like Yoshiro, Luxor. It was like their preseason version.
Right.
We lose, and Sesh messaged us saying he's leaving the team for his other team, and we're like, what? What other team? What? And it turns out he's, for like a month prior, has created and captained White Rose, the other Black Rose org, and yeah, just fucking ditched us.
Just
At
done.
that point, it was really close to the season. No team would take us. Chickle had to literally, he couldn't find a team, had to retire.
That's
Has
mental.
gone on. Dench Rabbit was offered a spot on White Rose to replace Zayn without telling Zayn.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
big.
so that was more drama. And then luckily for Zayn, I suppose, Dench's computer broke just as he was coming over. So he's back now, but he's a pirate sub. And yeah, I was left without any like team, and I was gonna honestly just quit the league because I was like, okay, I've literally all these teams wanted to trial me after I was popping off on Vayne for some reason, and now they were like, yeah, fuck off.
Well, yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? Where if you're promised, like if Real Madrid comes and knocks. Actually, what was the fucking result?
Yeah.
I'll find out the result of the Champions League final in that.
Yeah, actually, I haven't looked at that yet.
No, I don't. I'm too scared. Honestly, I'm too scared.
Shut down the pub for fucking this. The pub and Champions League to talk to you.
Ah, cheers, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Black Rose give me one more chance, and it all works out like beautifully. And then we stomp the league, stomp playoffs, win convincingly.
Nice.
And yeah, history.
History. There we go. It's all done. You win Compete League. So, obviously, that's what happened at Compete League. You found your home. You found a good group of mates.
Yeah.
The question is then, if you've got a group of 4 mates, you perform really well, you boss the split, you get a few losses here and there, but ultimately you come out the victor, thanks to obviously Pirates deciding to disband and whatever, but who knows what would have happened? Who knows? What made you leave? What split up the team of 5 brilliant players in brilliant roles that were all close friends and won the split? Because for me, let's just stick together and win it next year as well.
Yeah, honestly, it's like the best team I've been on. Like, and it's such a good group of friends. Even Phil, who's like the coach is like Phil, Sadtree. Like, I really want to go like visit all these guys. Like, it's not just gaming friends.
Yeah.
So I'm actually looking to go to Europe this year, just to literally go. I want to go Germany, just hang out with Phil, and shit like that. We're really close, but we like a lot of us dislike our roles, and I don't see the team working unless if we're the unit we are now, we could literally just win every split like easily. But a lot of people just want to do new things. So Cicero wants to do anything but jungle. He's sick of Sejuani memes. I wanted to go mid, but to be honest, I reckon if I've got Liam support, Vortex, who also wants to go jungle or mid now, if I had him support, I would play ADC like for the rest of my life happily. But if I had any other support, fuck that role.
Was there not a combination then where Vortex went jungle, you went mid, Cicero went support, whatever, everyone just filled in different roles and just swapped about. Mama went AD carry or something.
That's actually our Steam column lineup, and even with us all off rolling, we still won the group. So that would work. So we're actually in the quarterfinals now, just from like bossing our group with like Phil, AD, Cicero playing both top and support randomly, Axel doing the same, Liam jungle. So I honestly think we're like can literally play whatever we want and we're gonna win the league. But it's just a case of trying to fit us all on one team.
Yeah. So is that something that you struggled with, swapping top and support there?
Yeah, it's kind of just Cicero, especially. I think he's had 2 splits. Well, 3 splits if you can't openly being the supportive player.
Yeah.
And he's the supportive player in CL. When he goes into solo queue, he's playing like Zed, Talon, Rengar. And then when he comes to CL, it's like, yo, do you want Sejuani or Trundle?
I mean,
So
at least he's open.
yeah, so I think that's like a big point. And then I personally, there's not a good support in the league other than Liam. Like he is by far like the best support like I've ever seen. So without that, I think I just get tilted. Like I'm now used to the best. So
Yeah.
I'm used to Waitrose. Get the fucking Lidl out of here. You prick.
Okay then, right, we've got Waitrose, we've got Lidl, we've got Co-op, we've got Morrison's, and we've got Netto. I want a supporting CL linked to each of those shops. So we've got obviously Waitrose being the top one. We'll have like Sainsbury's being second, Co-op third, Lidl fourth, and Netto fifth.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go for like the top 5 considered supports. Like
Okay.
they've got Liam. It's obviously the by far the best support.
Yeah.
So he's the Waitrose. I don't. Well, he's the caviar. He's the top.
Right.
And then
Okay.
you've
He's not even
got
Waitrose. He is
no.
restaurant
He's above.
Gordon
He's
Ramsay.
beyond.
Yeah.
Then you've got Air, who honestly Air's like amazing, but I feel like I'd get threatened having him as a support because he's such a good mid laner. When he goes support, he's just like, yeah, give me Brand. I'm gonna 1v2 the lane. And I'm like, okay, can I do anything this game? Maybe just play Taric for a game?
No, you're playing
then,
Ash. Ash AD carry and carry. Just slow him for me.
I'll play Ash. You can have Brand. Yeah, he's actually like really good as well. But he's like his mid lane is insane. So I feel like it's the same with Vortex. To be fair, like they're both really good mid laners, which I think is why they're so good on support. But Vortex seems to be able to play it all, where Air is like a cut above on the mage supports. But
Yeah.
Liam can just go on Blitzcrank and 1v9, Alistair 1v9, and he's a shot caller.
That's interesting. Would you say then that both support and mid laners are quite because I mean I was just thinking about it then. Supports are the ones that win the laning phase, and AD carries the ones that wins the late game, at least in the way that I see it. So to win the 2v2, you've got to be very mechanically good. And to be a strong mid laner, you've got to be very mechanically good too. Would you say that's the thing of it doesn't matter if you're a good ward bot or a good shot caller at support, it's just mechanics make you
Yeah, like I know support gets a lot of shit, but that's because of the people that play it. People that go, I want to be a support main, I want to be a top main, they're people that are shit at the game.
Well, okay, I'll put that 70% Camille win rate down the drain then, shall I? I'm fucking dog shit.
You're playing carries, at least you're not going, oh, I'm going to play Maokai and CL. Like those are people that are just... Like, I mean, I play top. I've never played top before. I've solo killed every top lane I've been against scrims. And they're top lane main. So that's what you've got. That's what you've got to look at top lane. And I feel like then when you've got mid laners like Air and Vortex, who as mid laners are some of the best in their role, they're willing to play support, like just to kind of fit what the team needs. They're obviously like beasts at the game, and are just gonna hard stomp, which they do. And then I don't have to do anything, and then I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'm in a 12 CS Jin. Let's win this game.
I mean, that says a lot about them as individuals. If you want to, lick their ass anymore, if they're good mechanically but can also play, champions like Taric or whatever, and just win through playmaking, which is playmaking isn't mechanics, it's knowledge of the game, isn't it? Knowing when to make the plays and doing all this kind of thing. So they must be very good players to be able to do both sides of the coin to be able to.
I really rate them both really highly. Like as well, even when I've been going to mid, I've been like messaging Air saying, "Can you show me how to do this? Can you show me how to do that?" And I'm a cocky player, and if I'm going to someone asking for advice, they must be good.
I'll be sure to hit them up in DMs after this then. Gold 3, here I come, boys. Let's go. So, nice one. So, Pirates, what's their roster this season? Because I swear they've got a lot of top regarded players. I don't know who they are.
So they're really good players, but a lot of kind of still question marks. Like you've got Liam, so you've got the top lane is Artemis, who is on carries, can be really good. And then I think he's pretty shit on tanks.
Yeah, his Scion was something to be desired, wasn't it?
But then other times, like I feel like Artemis really struggles against really good tank players. Like they can't snowball on, like Mammal. Artemis against Mammal will just win and make him go ONA and Fiora or Camille.
Right, okay.
Because he's a snowball player. He's one of those where if he gets the attention, he can take over a game but I feel like he'll struggle without it.
Is that kind of like a Khan then? Because we saw that at MSI, didn't we, a little bit? Which
Yeah.
I'm not going to not want to comment on pros too much because fuck do I know. But
Yeah.
he was, regarded as one of the best players in the world and hands down the best top player in the world. But
Yeah.
when the top meta was on Cho'Gath and Sion, he was a bit in the dark, wasn't he? I mean, some of the best top lane performances came from Evos with the Camille game, which he was nearly able to carry that one. So would you say that Army kind of fits that mold of he's either carrying or he is just not going to have the impact that he needs to have?
Yeah, I think he's really feast or famine. Like because I was trialing for a lot of teams. I've played against Pirates roster, and I'll give it to Armis. He's like really willing to play tanks, and he plays them well. Like he solo killed the top laner I was trialing with on like tank versus tank matchups.
Nice.
But I think he is really feast or famine. And then the jungler's Liam, who I think if you're casting, you're going to really enjoy watching Pirates purely for Liam because of his champ pool.
Well, I've been kicked from casting, so that's not happening for me, unfortunately.
I'm sure you can come back.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Yeah, he's literally gone into it as going, if you want me on your team, I'm playing what I want. So I'll join your team, but if I want Shaka, I'm playing Shaka. So
that's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's going to be like pretty hype. Then the mid laner is Air Fad, who is like used to be really high on I think ESL, like ESL high diamond. So
wait, he actually played in ESL?
Yeah, he was pretty high up as far as I'm aware. Like he was like a beast.
That's mental.
And then the bot lane's Tyler and Ward, and Tyler is like a really good ADC, and I don't say that about a lot of ADCs. And then Ward's like, I think it's Ward. Yeah, it's Ward.
It's Ward. Yeah.
Who's like he's really good on his champions, but I think he'll struggle on when like the meta changes. I think he's not a carry support, which is a weird phrase, but like the best supports were like Liam and Air by a mile, and they were carry supports. I don't think he brings that. So, I don't think he needs to. But
what you've just told me then is Pirates seems a very high mechanically skilled, but also egotistical roster with a support that is good on his champions. So what's the difference between the old Pirates roster and the new Pirates roster? Because to me it sounds exactly the same.
I would say the new Pirates far more mechanical, but with less of the ego. But at the same time, I feel like they've got a very set champion pool. Like they've all got clear strengths. Like Artemis on a carry, Liam on a carry, Air on Vlad. If Air gets Vlad, you won't win. Like that's gonna be the 100% ban champion, 100%. Give Ward Tarek Braum, you win the game. But I feel like with old Pirates, it was really, oh shit, okay, we banned 5 mid laners. Now Admiral is going to pop off on Karina or Talon. But then at the same time, if he doesn't, he's going to tell your team to kill yourselves. So
there we go. That's the difference. you smashed that one down, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's CL to Rivals. Now, obviously, there is a deeper topic. When you got the we're going to skip a little bit because fuck it. You got the admin role of Rivals because you're used to. It was your idea. You told Quee, let's make our own league. It didn't happen. Quee and Impress said, yes, let's do it. They brought you in as the COO.
Yeah.
Then Quee sent the announcement saying, Coxxy's leaving. It's going to be back. Chance to bother him, etc. I can't remember exactly what he said. What's the story behind that then? What's the reason, if you don't mind saying?
Yeah. I mean, I've smashed down a few, so it's going to be hard to stay all in the morbid scene. But on the Sunday that I announced it, I literally just brought 1 million boxes of ibuprofen and was currently guzzling them down. And yeah, the full story was literally that day I was planning to kill myself. And it's obviously not a good topic to talk about.
Well, no, yeah.
It was just one of those one of those days.
Well, okay, if you want to put it like that.
Long day at work. You know, I got stuck in traffic, so I thought, fuck it. No, so for like I've struggled with depression kind of all my life due to like various reasons. So I've got it pretty bad, and I don't really go into it because I like on Discord to be all kind of just fun and toxic rather than a pity party.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But yeah, just generally it was. I've tried it before when I was younger, and like when I was 15, so 7 years ago now. So it's kind of been a long pause. So it's not like this is, oh, I'm gonna throw a hissy fit and leave the Discord.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like I've lost at league, right? I'm gone.
Yeah, it was long thought about, and I decided I'm like done with everything. So I'm gonna leave the Discord. I'm gonna block everyone, and I'm gonna do it. And when it came to it, I messaged Quee because I was like, okay, just fucking, I'm leaving everything. Just peace. Just let everyone know, because like, to be honest, I'm really close to a lot of people on here.
Yeah.
And like in a sad sense, where this is like, I check my phone so many times, like just to see what's happening on Discord with like the boys.
I don't know if that's sad, to be honest. I think that's perfectly acceptable. If at the end of the day, if you've got like people have got long distance relationships, don't they? Like if I've got a girlfriend in Thailand, which I don't, but if I did, she'd probably be a bloke.
I'm not joking.
That was a joke about ladyboys, if you didn't get it. But yeah, if I had that, people would judge me, but they wouldn't be like, well, it's weird that you're doing that. I'd just be like, oh, that's your choice, kind of thing. Yeah. And it's the same with this. Like, I'm speaking to you from Manchester, and I don't even know whereabouts you live. I presume it's somewhere in the south.
I live down near London, in Hertfordshire.
That one.
Which is like 30 minutes from King's Cross.
And just because we've not got a friendship where we are in person, there's no reason that it's not like the same value. Like, sure, I can't give you a little kiss and a suck on the old knob now and then. You know, distance does stop that. But
I can travel.
Yeah,
on the cards.
We can travel if need be. But because it doesn't necessarily weaken the quality of it at all. So I don't think it's sad. As I was saying to you before, everyone's been through, you know, downsides, down parts in their life. To different varies, and some people, you know, they actually kill themselves. Some people, they just get annoyed at themselves, and then there's everything in between as well. And that isn't a reflection on those individual people as themselves. That's just a reflection on, you know, this is the worst thing that's happened to them. They're feeling really down, and that's all relative. But I know back in January, end of January, I broke up with my ex, and I was fucked after that. In the end, I was fucked. So I joined. No, I didn't. I spoke to a mate who was on an old team of mine called Valkyrie, and I said, "Mate, is there an opening in your team?" Because I knew that when I broke up with my ex, I was. Everyone when they break up with their ex is quite lonely, because that person that you used to speak to all the time is no longer there. You look very interested, mate. I know I've said it before. Just hang on.
I'm listening. I'm just having a stretch.
Brilliant. So I spoke to him because I was just looking to like join a team and just kind of get that kind of communal team aspect back, because I hadn't played League of Legends in a while, and just thought, let's just get back into the game. And he said, no, there's no spaces, but I'll get you into CL because it's what we're doing. So I joined CL, and I joined a team that's called Goliaths at the time. And then I spoke to Rani. Yeah, might have been Gold 5. Might have been. I was actually Gold 4, you know. I was actually Gold 4, so pick up me.
That's the difference.
That's such a difference. I mean, the Premier teams would have been lit for me then in Gold and Plat. They would have just like, oh, Gold 4, let me get him in.
I was in Prem at Silver 4, so...
Alright, I'm not Coxxy. But yeah, I joined Alliance, and I spoke to Rani for a bit. You know, female attention, whatever it is, I'm lacking it. That didn't work. Left, bronze over. And then I just kind of went on a bit of a tear. So like, I'm out every night with the lads, constantly going out, and just ploughing everything that moved. Didn't matter if they were fat, didn't matter if they were old, just going for it. Let's just fucking go. And ultimately, it didn't lead to...
How old are we talking?
The oldest I've been with is... I don't know. I just know that you can't look at... You don't ask, do you? When there's multiple wrinkles, you don't ask. But there has been nightclub toilet moments when it's just like... Fuck me, what you doing with yourself, mate? What are you doing?
Dark time.
That it's not even that. You're just pissed, and you just think, I have never been with someone this old before. And imagine it was in the 40s. I don't know, but you just think, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? When it's a lads' night out and everyone's going out for the same reason, you just think, let's
not judge him.
let's just have a laugh. But yeah, so I realised that didn't really matter for us. But I was always able to go back to the community because it was a crux. It was something that I could go to talk with people just about anything. There's always that kind of community aspect that I enjoyed and needed. It's not having mates in real life. You couldn't always just be yourself around them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if they know certain things or if they don't know certain things, you've got to abide them. Online, you can kind of just be somebody else to a certain degree. Definitely. Even if it's just one other form of yourself. You don't need to bother about, if I didn't know you had depression, but I still knew you was a bloke and liked you, that's fine, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Even though I didn't know that part of you. So, that all happened. And I was speaking to a mate. Now, this mate was someone I knew back from high school, year 10, which for those who aren't in the UK is when you're 14 to 15 years old. Beautiful. Best, honestly, any bird in the world, I pick her. But I got friend zoned, didn't I? So, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's fine. You move on and you just plough all the birds instead. So, I was speaking to her and she said to me, if you don't just go for someone, don't just say, I want to shag you, let's shag you and see if I can be mates with you. What you should do instead is find someone, be mates with him, and then if there's something else, go for it. And I realised that is fucking bang on. So rather than just going out there and shagging birds, I'm just saying, right, okay, I'll speak to you, uninstall Tinder, don't need it. If I see someone out in the park or in Starbucks or something, do not hate on Starbucks, it's brilliant. The innocent little juice things they've got, they cost like £3 for 330 millilitres, but they are quality. You meet someone, you become friends with them, and if you're already friends with someone and you're shagging them, it's perfect. But if you're shagging someone and just trying to be mates with them to make it work, not so much. Unless you get that friend to benefits thing going on, which, you have fun with that, lads. That one don't work for me.
No, I don't think I could. Too clingy.
Yeah, someone always catches feels, don't they?
I've been in like a relationship. Well, I was in a relationship since I was like 16, so I'm 22 now.
Fuck me.
So yeah, that's recently ended. So I haven't got to the point of installing Tinder just yet, but see what happens.
I'd say download it now, just so that when you do download it, you know you're not downloading it because you need it. Do you know what I mean?
I think I'm gonna download it once I move out. It might be awkward if I start matching with her on it.
Well, no, that's when you swipe left. You don't just go right.
I just want to be loved.
Love me, please. Oh yeah, but fair enough. Quick question. I was watching. It's a guy called Richard Herring, right? And he's a comedian in the UK, and he does a podcast, like a theatre podcast in Leicester, or Leicester Square. Is Leicester Square in London or in Leicester?
London.
I thought it was in Leicester. Yeah, whatever. But he got David Mitchell on, and I'm a fan of David Mitchell. He's quite funny.
Yeah, I love David Mitchell.
He's got that same kind of like cynical Brit attitude, which is obviously what I love. And he asked the question, so I'm going to ask you the same question. Have you ever tried to suck your own cock?
All I'm going to say is I can get my leg bit behind my head.
That's mental. That's mental. I've tried once, didn't work. I hurt my back. My spine just does not bend that way. And you'd think, being a gamer where your spine is naturally fucked because of the constant slouching that you're doing, you'd be alright at it, but no, I can't reach. So, I just thought quite
I've never done it, but I reckon I'm flexible enough to do it. If I get to the point of getting Tinder, I'll get to the point of sucking my own dick. Don't worry.
That's fucking brilliant. Fair enough. Yeah. Right. The next note is patch notes, and to be honest, I couldn't give a shit. Jungle's changed. Scuttle's priority. Pick Graves and Jinzao.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all you need to know. Although it's better than Worlds Meta. Worlds Meta was bad, wasn't it? Ardent Sensor and tanks.
Well, I mean, I'm an ADC player, so I love that meta. I nearly got diamond off that meta. So
that's good.
Yeah, no, that meta was great because I just played Tristana every game. I think I had like 70 Tristana games at an 80% win rate. So, yeah,
See,
bring that meta back.
they nerfed Tristana, didn't they? But it was like 25 range or something. And last season I had a pretty
Yeah.
good Tristana win rate. And this season it's below 40. And if you check my op.gg, it's the only one below 50%.
Yeah, I think mine's pretty similar. Let me have a quick hold. Gander.
See, I can't do it, actually. One second.
Um, yeah. So my Kaiser win rate is 74% for 20 plus games. My
That's
Tristana
good,
win
that.
rate, my Tristana win rate is 60, which isn't too bad. But
No,
last
60
season,
is still good. Anything over
last se-
55% is good, as far as I'm concerned.
last season it ended up a 65% win rate from like 70 games, which is decent. That got me diamond nearly. I think I was P1.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
I just
give me 2
hardcore.
seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Let me go for I'm gonna pop to the bathroom quickly because I've got the bladder of a school child.
That's fine, mate. Go ahead. I'll carry the podcast. That's fine. Boys, hopefully he's taking his headset off because it'd be weird otherwise. I'll tell you what I can do. Hang on. I'm going to move this over here. And I'm going to...
Hello. I'm back.
How the fuck have you been to the toilet that long? I was going to rant about Sivir and how she's been my favourite champion. To be honest, you've saved every single viewer from a boring conversation. What's your opinion on Sivir?
Keep going.
No, what's your opinion on Sivir?
I quite like Sivir, to be fair.
Really? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, like surprisingly, because I like to run in close and not die.
Yeah.
That's like my forte.
I mean, a lot of people, a lot of AD carry mains I've met hate Sivir because they just say she's not fun, she does no damage in the early game. There's no mechanics really. I'd argue, but that's kind of argument that they said. It's not a Vayne, is it? It's not a Vayne.
I mean, I don't know. Sivir does so much damage early if you know how to land a skill shot. And being the utility ADC of CL, I know how to land a skill shot. So
does she? Do you max Q or W?
I max Q like every game.
Oh, okay, yeah. I max W.
Yeah, I literally just max Q because W is for late game, Q is for winning lane. So
okay.
It's really fun if you do TP Sivir. TP Sivir is so much fun. You just perma shove, go back, get BF to a perma shove, go back, get Essence Reaver, perma shove. It's not fun for the enemy.
I've never tried TP Sivir because she's such low range. I just find I need the heal too much. But TP Caitlyn, when what was it? The old spellbook was a thing.
Yeah.
I loved spellbook Caitlyn because you'd hard shove, you'd recall, teleport back with BF sword while they're still walking back to lane, and then boom, you got first tower. Boom.
Yeah. I did TP Sivir with spellbook, but I think Mammal hated it because what I would do is I would farm bot wave, TP top, I'd like run top, take top wave, recall, then TP bot lane with like a 50 CS lead. They loved it, but I don't think Mammal had fun.
Yeah, I think my CS is 9.4 a minute on Sivir, which is quite bad, to be honest, all things considered.
Yeah, so once you go late game, you should have like 20 CS per minute.
Yeah, I mean, my issue with Sivir is I don't get to late game.
Yeah, because you win too early?
Yeah, 100%. I've got a 59% win rate, although I'm really annoyed because it used to be 60.
That's solid.
Yeah, 59 is solid.
I reckon if I just literally one-trick Jhin, I'd get Masters, but my Jhin win rate is currently 20%.
Yeah, that's definitely on course to go forwards and upwards onto Master.
But I mean, to be fair, most of those are mid and jungle because I really like Jhin.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So if you just get autofill, let's just lock in Jhin and just have a laugh with it.
That's pretty much it.
I can respect that. Yeah, my two are Sivir and Xayah because they're kind of similar champions. Wave clear, play for late, and you've got that one ability that just stops you from getting it. Which is
I really like Xayah. Xayah's really fun. Good choice.
Yeah, I like the fact they've changed Rakan to not be a useless champion. Because my issue was when I played Xayah, people would instantly see it and lock in Rakan from their autofill, and that pissed me off. Because they'll never play Rakan.
Played it before, and they're like, just pick Braum and fucking get on my back.
Exactly. But now Rakan's somewhat useful by himself. People are practicing the champion more because it is a fun champion. I don't know if you've ever played
Yeah.
it, but like
I love Rakan.
he's
I'm the auto field support that picks Rakan.
nice. So at least people know how to play him now, so Zai's a little bit more viable. But fair enough. I mean, you don't really play jungle that much, do you? So there's no point in talking about the jungle change.
No, jungle I actually play. I only play Kha'Zix. I play Kha'Zix Lee Sin. Like, I'm a carry-only jungler.
Okay, what's your path? Because when I play junglers, I always try and get vision level 1. Don't try and fight, but just get vision and start the other buff. So they start red, I start their blue.
Yeah.
Just try and get a lead that way. What's your game plan?
In solo queue, what I would do is just full clear and ignore the scuttle crab, because the standard clear is 2 camp scuttle on your side you start.
Yeah.
But when I play mid and ADC, all I do is I just shove level 1. I go to the scuttle crab and kill the jungler. So that doesn't happen to me. It's just as valuable to just take full clear your jungle. Just full clear your jungle.
Yeah.
And then get a recall and then just go and start killing them at the scuttle crabs. Because level 1 and 2 is so easy to abuse that scuttle crab.
So yeah, you understand the concept of scuttle crab. How it's you having 7 camps and the other opponent having 6 camps. You're naturally going to get a lead. But scuttle, until level 9, does not give you a huge advantage. Level 1, it's less than both Raptors and Krugs, and most people ignore the Krugs. Now, granted, you can take Scuttle faster than Krugs, but still, the fact that you're putting so much priority because of gold and experience when Krugs gives you more is a bit ridiculous, especially on champions that can clear it fast.
It's quite like, you get baited by it quite easy.
Yeah.
But a lot of junglers like to, like if I do 2 camps, take Scuttle, and the enemy jungler does the same, then by the time they get to next Scuttle Crab, I've taken that as well. And now I've got a 2 camp lead.
Yeah, you can get that.
And then now I'm going to secure every Scuttle. So now I'm just, as the game goes on, I'm getting more and more. That's kind of how it works out.
I understand that, but I just think people are hyping it up too much.
It's so easy to abuse.
When I play Graves, hypothetically, let's say I'm playing red side, and they start with the bot side clear, so they go red buff, I go to their blue buff. I'll put a ward that gets both wolves and the path to wolves.
Yeah.
I'll clear the blue, I'll clear the gromp, and if I see him coming to wolves, I'll try and get out of there as soon as possible, unless he actually starts the wolves, because that's what the ward will do. If not, he's just gone from red to Raptors to Scuttle, and it's fine.
Yeah.
So I can get their blue, their gromp, Scuttle, red, Raptors, and then I can go onto my bot side. Maybe they've already counter-jungled, but I know at the very least I'm going to be okay, because if they counter-jungle, they'll only take the buff, and they won't take the 2 other camps. So I'll often get a lead that way. But I just think people put so much attention on the scuttle crab, and I looked it up because I wanted to check, is this actually really OP? And it's just not. It's better than Gromp, it's better than Wolves.
Yeah.
So what?
I feel like there's just a lot of, the whole meme about the patch is just making people focus it.
Yeah.
And the fact people focus it, everyone focuses it, which means you can abuse it so easily.
That's true, yeah.
Just play a pushing bot, play a pushing mid, just literally say to jungler, level 2, do your camp, you're going to Scuttle, we're going to get first blood. Like, that happens 90% of games.
Okay, I can understand it now, that makes a lot of sense. It's almost like the naivety of the lane.
It's the hype. It's the bait. The Skull Crab is bait. I don't care about the Skull Crab, I'm there for your jungler.
There we go. It's like Kindred, I love those Kindred buffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? If the ally kills it, you get it too, as long as you damaged it within the last 6 seconds. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's exactly. I thought you got that anyway, but no, apparently not.
No,
I really don't know Kindred.
Kindred's tier 1 now, boys. I want to see everyone main it in Rivals.
She's actually like really good into Trundle, which if Vor 6 jungle happens next split, you're going to see some hype Kindred gameplay.
Really? Why is Kindred good into Trundle? Because I'd imagine if Trundle puts the pillar, Kindred's
it works
just dead.
similar to Graves, where she can just like fight him for days, murder him, kill him. She's just like
she's got the slow, doesn't she, as well as the dash.
She's like similar to Graves into him, but can't power clear as easy. So Graves is like the ultimate counter because Graves can out-farm him.
Graves!
Graves can out-farm it as low with a hiccup and a perp.
Yeah, it wasn't a voice crack at all, mate. We both know you're 15.
Graves can out-farm him and out-kill him, where Kindred can just out-kill him.
There we go. I like that. So, what's your future plans then? You know, obviously you've come back kind of.
Yeah.
You've told me you're moving out. I don't know if you've said that on this podcast because I'm confused at this
No,
point.
this is like
So you're moving out. You're not
far
gonna
too
have
many attempts in.
yeah. You're not gonna have a computer for about what, a month?
Yeah, at least.
So you said you're gonna come back to the community. What's the idea? Even if not this split, for next split, have you got any kind of ideas on what you'd want, even if it's not possible, and what you'd want to do?
Honestly, I'd love to start. And personally, I don't care about the division, but I can only get Tuesdays are the only day I can guarantee I'm always off work. So
Right.
even though I'm like, oh, Div 1 only is, I don't care about the being, oh, I'm a Div 1 player. I'd play for any team.
Yeah.
But if I could say I get every Monday off, then I'd play for Div 2. Like, I don't care about that. I would want to be a starter for a team. But if I don't have the time for it, I just want to be a support. Like, not a support player, a sub.
That's all.
I want to be a support player.
Please.
Best player in the league on support.
So if you come back, this can be a little advertisement for Coxxy.
Yeah.
Are we mid lane or AD carry or anything? What are the roles that we're thinking of?
If I've got Vortex, I'll be an AD carry and we'll win you the league.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
easily, like we did last split. But if not, I'd go mid. To be honest, I'm not a great mid laner.
Well, I've seen a lot of people advertising for mid. I'd say
Yeah.
it's worth it for someone with as much experience as you to say, okay, we've not got a solid mid lane. We've got two choices. We've either got the choice of we've not got a mid, we'll just pick a random mid and hope it works, or say we're not going to be able to practice with Coxxy, but let's just say let's bring Coxxy in, and when he comes, we might struggle for the first couple of weeks, but by playoffs, as long as we make it, we'll be all right. And ultimately, that's what matters, isn't it? Nobody cares that Pirates went 16-2 because you won the split.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, the regular season doesn't really matter. But I reckon, as someone who hasn't played a lot of mid but has played in trials for team, I'd easily be a top 2 mid, purely because of how bad a lot of the mid laners are.
Okay, you've said this about the other lanes. Mid lane now, top 5.
Yeah. Top 5 mid lane.
Yeah, if you were mid, and also based off last season as well, how would you put it?
So, okay, Admiral was really good last split. Like, he seemed so good as when I'd watched the games, but at the same time, he seemed really shit.
In what way? In what way?
Like, he just played so solo queue. And even when we played against him, like, he'd get a kill level 2, and I'm like, wow, that's so good. And then he'd just in on talent. And I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's more what I expect. So, he's really hard to call. I feel like I'd be more worried about him in lane. Then you've got
a cat in the background, mate. That was brilliant.
So have you.
Oh, yeah,
so weird. And you've got a black cat as well. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, Charlie. Oh.
Wait. Brooke.
The camera is fucked. You've already gone and fucked it.
Alright, let me oh, I don't want to have it that way around.
Might be a little bit sideways. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. I think Air is going to be the hidden. He's going to be the dark horse because Air is beast, but he's been playing support all split. And then you've got, I think Weedfish is a solid contender, but I think he's too emotional. When
I was a coach of All Squad for a couple of weeks, and granted, not a lot happened. And I say I was a coach, it was more just I'll speak to the players if anything. It was more of a psychiatrist than a coach. But
I feel that's what they need, which isn't a good thing.
Yeah, especially back then there was a lot of issues, but they did rectify him. But speaking to Weefish and being involved in comms and stuff, I think he's very underrated. Now, granted, he's not going to pick Katarina in 1v9, but how often do you see Faker pick Katarina in 1v9? It doesn't happen, does it? What Weefish can do is he can pick a champion and say, I'm going to win lane, or not even win lane, I'm going to outpush lane, get priority on my lane, and with that win other lanes. And if you see the amount of games that he's picked Talia, recommended by me, also by him, but I'm going to take a little bit of credit for that. He can then get influence on the other lanes, and I think he's underrated personally. People flame me for saying he's good, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I think he's a good player.
No, I think Weedfish is a really good player. Like honestly, I think he's so good on mid, but I also think he's, as well as kind of low squad as a whole, are like far too emotional. I don't think you can win an amateur league by being like babies and whining if you lose and blaming each other or blaming yourself. Like, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
like the teams that have won it, like OSS last split, us this split, like we're just there to have fun. Like fucking mid-game when we were stomping low squad, we were sending pictures of our toes. Like,
That's
like,
brilliant. That is
like,
fucking
I was
brilliant.
literally ginoing and just taking Snapchats at the same time. Like it's a case of you've got to you literally just have to find a group of friends, which to be fair, low squad seem like a group of friends. I don't know if they are or not. Like I don't know the inner workings.
I
But
imagine they get on at least professionally, if anything.
yeah, but when you get all emotional, like it's not going to work in this environment. And they're far too emotional about games because at the end of the day, I don't know. My philosophy is I don't give a fuck about any game, but I'll win you the league.
I mean, that's perfect. That because mine's
Oh,
mine's
my
humility.
my phone's dying out.
Yeah, your camera's
I think
crashed.
my camera's gonna go.
Yeah, your camera's crashed.
Mm.
We've got a brilliant freeze frame though with you with a can. So
Yeah, I can see it.
there we go. Yeah, it's gone.
So I think we're gonna be camless now.
That's fine. That's fine. We send us
Let's
a
be
picture.
honest.
Send us the profile picture of Coxxy. That you know the Steve. And I'll put that on. I'll put that on.
Yeah, what were you saying, sorry?
Fuck knows. No, I think you were saying
being emotional.
Yeah, the emotional side of things. Because if anything, it's perfect to not give a shit and still win. That's exactly what you'd want. Whereas me, I'm kind of the in-game shot caller leader kind of things. Because even though I'm shit mechanically, I'll put my hat in at not being too bad macro-wise. So the thing is, people look at this and say, well, this guy didn't know that you shouldn't build Black Cleaver on Camille. Item builds don't give a shit about macro. I know how to rotate. There we go. Rotate. There we go. Cheers. I'll try and put that on. Oh. There we go. Yeah, so I'm more based on humility. So if I lose, I'll try and find out why I lost, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think people struggle with that one. I'm just now trying to put your thingy on.
Fine. No, I know what you mean, but I feel like a lot of players. I don't know. There's a lot of scapegoating, whether it's like the whole pirates of it's everyone's fault but mine, or the low squad of it's no one's fault but mine. I feel like there's too much of that. Like, fuck that. Just you're there to have fun.
Yeah.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. And they got quite offended when I said that. When I said like no one gave a fuck about the game, because they cared about the game and they took it as I was saying. No, we just did it without giving a shit. Like you're that bad. Like it wasn't like that. We went into the game. We said if we don't give a fuck about the game, but if we play, we are tryharding. And to be honest, regardless of who played, of how well Low Squad played, if we're tryharding, we're not going to lose. So, like, I just didn't want them to beat themselves up over it.
Yeah. That'll do. I don't know what's going on. Because you've disconnected on the phone, I've now got to reset everything. But it's fine. Don't change it. There we go, that works, doesn't it, lads? I'm good at OBS. Despite the fact it's failed twice or 3 times or however many it's been. Perfect.
I don't know, I'm just finished off my 4th, so I might have to go to Spirits now.
Why not, mate? Let's just keep it rolling. Party's only just started. We can play some League in a minute. There we go. I had one beforehand because I didn't realise you were in work, and I thought, right, it's 3 o'clock. I'll have one now. And then I've just kind of slowly gone. I love Corona. The thing with Corona, it actually tastes nice.
That's what I like with Strongbow. Like, I've got a fridge literally filled to the brim with beer because everyone brings beer to me, and I fucking hate it.
What? People give you free beer and you hate it?
Yeah.
You're not British.
No, I'm a cider boy.
Oh, I see.
I drink
Lager.
Strongbow,
Use the right word.
Give me Strongbow, and then I'll down your spirits, or give me rum. But
no, okay, I can't do rum.
If you give me beer, it's going in the fridge.
Tell you what, if I'm ever down London, mate, or Herefordshire, or whatever the fuck you said before, I'll have that beer.
Hertfordshire.
Hertfordshire, right? Okay.
Yeah, itching.
Never heard of it, mate.
It's pretty close to Luton, which is like Hertfordshire sounds really posh, but Luton is
Yeah,
Luton.
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 Yeah, I know Luton Town Football Club. There we go. That's how I know.
Yeah.
Countries,
I used
towns.
to play for Luton Football Club Academy.
Really?
Fun fact about me, yeah, I was a right back for their academy team.
See, we know what right backs are, don't we? Right backs are the worst right-footed player on the team, which is the worst player on the team.
Right backs are the players that will fucking take your ankles, but they're not going to score a goal.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Gary
That
Neville.
was my job. I'd slide tackle, but I ain't scoring. I ain't passing accurately. I'm booting it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So, what's your team then? A football fan?
Yeah. I think we've been over this before because you flamed me for being a London Man United fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A Man United fan.
Do us a
it's
favour. Go check the Champions League score for me.
I've checked it. I didn't want to spoil it.
No, spoil it. I'm not going to watch any highlights.
2-1 Real Madrid.
Come on! Hey! Fuck you, Scousers, you
I've
cunts!
gone through every England. Oh wait, no, 3-1 Real Madrid.
Hey!
I've gone through every England fan I can find, and everyone has been like, "Fuck Liverpool."
Oh, everyone hates the
I'd
Scousers.
rather Real Madrid win than a Scouser.
100%. Well, here's the thing, right? As pathetic as it sounds, my first name's David, or Dave now, but David from birth. And 1998 was my year of birth.
Yeah.
You've got to think who was our most popular player back then. David Beckham. Same first name.
That's it.
2003, I'm 5 years old. He moved to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I did get a Real Madrid shirt at 5 years old. I put my hands up. Granted, I was 5 years old, and I just like David Beckham. But if there's any second team I'll have, it's David Beckham, Real Madrid, which does make me feel like a glory hunter, being born a United fan and then Real Madrid. It's not true. Yeah. It's just I'm born in Manchester, my family's United, and David Beckham's the relation I've got to Madrid. I don't particularly like him. Just then Ronaldo went too. It's just I went to Old Trafford when it was United legends versus Madrid legends, and I got to saw players like Morientes, Raul, Roberto Carlos, Zidane.
Yeah,
brilliant. JLS not headlined it, but
you saw Roberto Carlos live.
Yeah, man, I've seen Roberto Carlos live.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean it's not Broxer telling me that I'm shit at Draven, but it was still Roberto Carlos. So yeah. United fans don't really have second teams. Yeah. I mean, I've got to be honest. I'm FC.
Played football against Jack Wilshere.
Have you? That's quite good.
Yeah,
that's quite good.
Took his ankles out a few times.
Well, yeah, I imagine that's why he's injured all the fucking time.
Yeah, he's my godmother's nephew that we kind of grew up around, and he went to school pretty close to me.
Nice.
We're I don't think he remembers me, except probably the chubby kid that would take his ankles out.
Just tweet him. Just see what he says.
Wait, Jack, I'm coming for you. Jack Wilshere is a prick. If you want to know anything about football, Jack Wilshere beats his missus.
Does he?
Yeah, he came down here a couple of years ago and proper beat the shit out of her while she was locked in a Range Rover crying. He broke the window. Yeah, and then he just pays off a few grand and it's all fine. That never leaked, that story. And I'm like, how the fuck did that not leak? A footballer beating the shit out of his girlfriend.
Well, I've got to say two things. First thing, number one, Jack Wilshere, you're a knobhead, mate. You're a knobhead. Number two, thank you, Tyler, mate, because now this podcast is going to go viral. And in comes the money, boys. Let's go.
Yeah, Jack Wilshere, great A cunt.
Yeah, I'm very, very loosely related to Paul Scholes. No blood, just through marriage. Very loosely though. It's
I've got to worship you now.
Yeah, I know it, mate. I've got half brothers and sisters, right? Because we've got the same mum but different dad, and their dad's side is related by blood to Paul Scholes or something, or whatever they said. They explained it one time, but it was that long I couldn't remember. Yeah. But it's not even Paul Scholes himself. I think it's the woman that Paul Scholes married. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But
we'll count it.
Yeah, I mean, I count it.
Manchester royalty.
But yeah, so Madrid's kind of that, I say second team, or third team, because FC United of Manchester are the team in the the Northern Premier. It was not.
Yeah.
Are they in the conference? I think they're in the conference. I can't fucking remember.
My second team's got to be Stevenage.
Stevenage.
It's the town across from me, so it's where I work. So it's like a 5-minute train. But first football match I ever watched live was it was a good few years ago. It was Stevenage versus Newcastle in the FA Cup, where Stevenage shit on them 3-1.
That's fucking hype, man. Go on, Stevenage lads.
Joey Barton scored like a halfway liner, to be fair. And then I was like so hyped for Stevenage. Then I went the next game where they played Reading, they lost, but it was still like hype.
Yeah.
Just because they like dumpstered Newcastle, who were Premier League team at the time.
How long ago was that? Was that like back when they were decent?
They had Joey Barton, so let's find it. Stevenage, oh god, not even type. Stevenage. Oh fuck's it type? Stevenage.
It helps if you know how to use a keyboard, mate. That's genuinely how it works.
Newcastle FA Cup 2011.
Wait, that was 7. That don't count. That doesn't count.
Counts. Mate, I'm 22. I'm
yeah,
an old man.
So how old were you then? 15, 14?
Yeah, like I was around that. It's my.
It was your first game?
Yeah, because I don't have a lot of football in me, and I'm not an Arsenal fan. Like the closest to me is Emirates, which is like half an hour away. So I've seen a few Arsenal games.
Honestly, mate, thank fuck you're not an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, I've seen a few Arsenal games, but purely because my cousin is like an Arsenal fan, and I was like, "Fuck it, Stevenage versus Newcastle, that's a game. I'll go watch that." I can't go all the way to Manchester at 14.
I respect Tottenham fans. Chelsea fans are just phonies. Arsenal fans are just irritating. They're not. I don't hate him. They're just irritating. Just shut. Arsenal fan TV. Fuck off.
Arsenal, because I'm so close to like London, Arsenal fans are just like basic bitches. Like there's so many of them.
Yeah.
But then I'm also the stereotype of London Man United fans. So.
Yeah, I mean it's not perfect. And then you can't blame people that glory hunt when they're a kid.
Mate, I just got brought Man United merch when I was like 2.
Yeah, I mean that again. It's the same. If you support a team from when you're 5 and onwards, you're not anything. Then you're just a genuine supporter of that team. Because before that, you've not got a choice, do you? It's like religion.
Yeah.
As controversial as it is, if a child says this is true, become a Christian, and then when they're 5, they're like, yeah, I'm a Christian, and then when they're 15, they're still a Christian. It's not really their choice, is it? They've chose to continue it on, but it's not like they've said, oh well, the Christian religion's not doing too well in recent wars. I'm going to go become an Iraqi. Not Iraqi. That's incredibly racist. Muslim.
Everyone's got that like childhood object, like childhood teddy. Mine's a Man United hat.
Is it?
When I was a baby, like a little red devil on it. That's
nice. Mine's just a teddy. I can't remember what its name was. Oh, yeah, I can. I think it was Jess because it had a purple bow. But that's weird, that, because my niece is called Jess. Maybe.
Oh, maybe that's how they got the name.
Maybe it is. Because I know there was a bird in me. Girl, like 8-year-old girl. Yeah. In primary school that was called Jess Foster in the other year, and people thought it was weird that Mattel was called Jess, but I think it was just the first name I thought of as a girl. Anyway, yeah, so that's the story about my teddy when I was a kid.
I had Ted, the teddy.
That is a good film, isn't it? Have you seen it?
When I got my ears pinned back as a child. Yeah, I've seen the film, but I came up with the name first, right? Ted the Teddy was my creation.
It's like Rivals, isn't it? Coxxy thought of it, but then other people just ran with it.
Someone else did all the hard work and made it. Yeah. But I had the first thought. That's just as impressive than doing actual work.
Of course, man. So when you said something then. You said something. I was going to ask you a question, but it's completely jumped out of my head. That's what happens when you drink.
Yeah.
I was either talking about Ted and then something else was said, but it don't matter.
So have I seen that film?
Yeah. I've seen the film. We'll talk about this instead.
I've seen the film, yeah.
What's your opinion? You don't like it?
I quite like the film, but like I've gone off the whole like Seth MacFarlane shit. Like I remember I'm like old and cynical now, so I remember back in my day where Family Guy was funny.
Yeah, but it is a bit over and over again, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a shame, really, but yeah, it's memories. And if in 10 years, 20 years' time, you'll be looking back at Family Guy and thinking, fuck me, do I remember being like 12 years old, or up all night watching Family
Vintage.
Guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the faulty towers of today's generation.
Yeah. Simpsons was mine because I'm like, I would get like Sky shitty VCR recordings of The Simpsons because my family was council house. So we didn't have Sky. That was that when I was like 4 watching Simpsons.
So, what's your favourite kind of series of TV program? So you've got like
Favorite.
Yeah,
I've got a mix. So
the genre. So you might have like, I like Breaking Bad, but I also like fucking Spider-Man. I don't know if that's even a series. But what's your kind of favourite genre of TV series?
I am a bit of a weeb.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I do watch all the anime and shit, but at the same time, I've got Walter White literally tattooed on me.
Really? Oh, see, I was going to ask you about the tattoos, but your camera's gone. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, so I'm a bit of a tattoo addict, but
go charge your phone. Go charge your phone. We'll bring it back
on. Let's see what the battery's like. Oh, we're only on 14%.
No, we'll wait till it's like 35 or something, and then we'll bring it back on.
Yeah.
What we can talk about. So yeah, what
Breaking Bad, I obviously really enjoy. Game of Thrones, all the basic shit. But I'm pretty. I don't know. I'm pretty hipster with like everything. So I listen to all the unknown bands, the unknown shows, and then they all become big, and I'm like, oh, now I'm just a basic bitch. I've got to find something new.
Yeah, I'm somewhat like that as well. Because with shows like Breaking Bad, everyone went on about it, and it's like, nah, everyone else likes it. I'm not going to bother. It's like just probably another one of those things that everyone likes, and then 4 years later, let's watch Breaking Bad. This is sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what kind of music do you like?
I listen to like pretty much everything. Like
no. Everyone listens to pretty much everything.
No. Like honestly, my playlist is fucking mental.
I listen to Westlife and Breaking Benjamin. Mate,
my favorite music.
I'm
like a little punk rocker.
Right, there we go. Right.
So, like I saw literally yesterday. I went and watched Churches, who are a Scottish band who are kind of like electro, poppy rock, and then Fall Out Boy are my OG band. But
can respect that.
Fall Out Boy I've seen twice live, and then the rest is literally shit like Modern Baseball, Front Bottoms, all the grungy punk shit. That's kind of my genre.
Okay, nice. So
yeah, if you want, listen to Pup. If you want a recommendation, Pup are the band.
I'm gonna list bands now, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna just tell me if you've either heard of them or if you like them, right? And just give me. So Wheatus.
Yeah, I like Wheatus.
Okay, I thought you might. Nirvana.
Yeah, like so Nirvana. I think I'm too hipster for Nirvana. I like the songs I listen to, but I kind of try and avoid them because I don't want to be one of those white girls with a Nirvana shirt.
I know Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. It's Smells Like Teen Spirit. I think it's a good song. However, if I say I'm a Nirvana fan and someone says, what's your favourite song? And I say Smells Like Teen Spirit, I get judged for it. I like the song. Let me like the song.
Spirit. I like Radiohead Creep. That doesn't mean I'm basic. I just like the song.
There's a reason that they've become basic. It's because they are well liked. Popular music means music that is popular. Yeah. It's one of those, isn't it? On the flip side, if you like Baby by Justin Bieber, fuck off.
I know the words to that. But...
Yeah, same, mate. Don't worry about it. Rebecca Black Friday. I cannot say that. Rebecca Black Friday. There we go. I know all the words to that one too. One Direction. That's what makes you beautiful.
All Star is mine. All Stars whenever I get drunk. That's the one I sing.
Yes.
See, I know about All Star.
See, I just want to sing it now, but it's on a podcast, so it just wouldn't be appropriate whatsoever. But
literally, in the interim, I was just singing to a certain CL member, a mix between All Star and Elvis Presley. So,
which Elvis Presley song? I'm a fan of Elvis.
Oh, I really like it's so catchy, but it is another basic song. Is it? Oh, Fools Fall in Love.
Oh, I Can't Help Falling in Love.
Then say.
Yeah. Only fools rush in. That one. Yeah.
Classic. I love that song.
It's a good song. I agree with you.
That's another basic one. Oh, you like Elvis? What song? Oh, I tell you what.
Suspicious Minds is my go-to.
I hate the Beatles.
Same man, fuck the Scousers.
I hate the Beatles. Everyone that goes, "Oh, you hate the Beatles. You're not English. You're not into art." I'm like, mate, the Beatles are fucking shit. They're just a bunch of Scousers on LSD. Like, they weren't that good. Yeah, I'll listen to Eggman, but like, what's that got to do with it?
Here's my thing, right? Even if I remove the Scouse aspect to it, and I'll go back to it in a second, believe you me, I will. I have listened to most Beatles songs just because my family likes it, and I've never found one that I thought that is genuinely like a good song. And to retract on that, to make sure that it's not me being biased, I've never liked One Direction. However, when I've listened to, say, Shawn Mendes, and Spotify's just put on the next recommended song, and I thought, this is a banger, read it and it's One Direction, I will put my hands up and say, One Direction is a quality boy band if you're into that kind of music. I like Led Zeppelin. I like Deep Purple. Beatles are shit.
Yeah, I think Beatles are overrated. And I say that, so I like a lot of like shit that's just mainstream, like Prince. Like, Prince, I fucking love. But he's like super mainstream and he like died, so he's like got all the hype. But like, if you put on Purple Rain, I'm singing it.
You can't blame you. I can't blame you. Okay, let's think of another one. Now, because you've gone and talked about the depressing side, or depression side, have you heard of any of these three bands? Skillet, Breaking Benjamin, and 3 Days Grace.
Yeah, I've like heard of them all, but to be honest, I haven't listened to them since I was in like, back when I was like a teenager and in my whole depressed stage. I haven't listened to them like since.
Yeah,
so I can't tell you any of their songs.
Really?
But,
okay.
Yeah.
They were
I
like,
used to like listen to them quite a bit.
14, 15, they were my fucking jam, mate. That and like Secondhand Serenade, whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah.
And all those bullshit.
I did avoid, the most shit I did avoid Slipknot, and I avoided Linkin Park.
You don't like Linkin Park?
No, I don't like Linkin Park. I'm like the only person I know doesn't like Linkin Park.
It's one of those where I didn't like go cry and moan when the lead singer or whatever it was died. It's like, it's sad someone's died, but I don't know him. I don't overly care in the nicest way possible.
R.I.P. Chester, but I was more upset when what's he called? I'm have to check now. The guy from Jackass died. Ryan Dunn. Ryan Dunn. That broke my heart. But Chester, mate, I don't know you. But Ryan Dunn, bring him back.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Guy cried when the guy from Jackass died.
Ryan Dunn, like, that was my childhood. It shouldn't have been. I probably had terrible parents. But
I mean, let's not say that one. I'm sure they were really nice, but
yeah, Ryan Dunn.
Fair enough. But no, I like Linkin Park. Like, they're just one of those ones that you can just. The karaoke songs, aren't they, Linkin Park? I love a bit of karaoke, mate. And Linkin Park, they fit that mould of.
I did have to, when I did music back in school, I did have to do What I've Done as like my song, which I think that put me off because I had to do that like every day non-stop.
Okay.
I've done.
Brilliant.
I had to like fucking learn the piano for it. It was pretty easy. I had to learn the piano and I had to sing that in front of my whole fucking school. I was like, don't even like Linkin Park. Stop making me sing this song.
Yeah, I think we had Owl City Fireflies as ours for music, but I just didn't turn up.
Classic.
Just did not turn up. What happened? I heard stories about what happened.
Believe your eyes when 10 million fireflies lit up your lights. You fell asleep.
That one, yeah. But yeah, I just didn't turn up. What annoyed me was another class got Broken Strings. And I love that song, mate. Broken Strings is a fucking banger. So I didn't turn up, and apparently I was listening to my mates that went, and no one sang, and it was just the karaoke, the backing track, just throughout it, and no one sang because everyone was too like embarrassed. So funny.
The other part of it, so one like our group did, What I've Done. The other group did fucking Seven Nation Army. I was so
White Stripes.
Yeah, the classic.
Banger.
I was like, give me Seven Nation Army. Stop making me sing like the fucking Linkin Park.
Right, Coxxy, mate, we're going to do a swap. Do you know you went to the toilet before? I need the toilet now. It's something about alcohol, boys. So all I'm going to ask you to do...
I'll go for another one then.
No, we can't go at the same time. It's a podcast. This is...
Oh, wait, I have to keep it going. I thought you were going to edit it.
Oh, fuck that. Fuck
do
that.
you not do editing?
Oh,
Alright.
I could, but I'm
Alright,
not
go.
going to. You carry the
Okay.
podcast, talk about something.
Alright, please be fast, because I'm gonna wet myself.
That's fine. That's fine, mate.
Alright.
That's fine.
Okay,
Carry
go.
this shit, Coxxy. I believe in you.
Alright. Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with a finger and a thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Bed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Did it make sense not to live for fun? Your brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back street? You never know if you don't go. Ugh. You never know if you don't go. Ah, fuck, I did it wrong. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. And all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. The meteor men beg to differ, judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim.
We're back.
The world's on fire. How about yours?
Hello, buddy. Go ahead. What were you talking about?
Nothing, bruv.
No, did you just stay here in silence?
No, yeah, I just sat there in silence, didn't do anything, didn't sing All Star at all.
Brilliant. Brilliant. See, that's
the
what
way I
happens.
like it, and I'll never get bored.
I don't care, mate. Go to the toilet. I'm going to continue to talk about whatever.
Yeah, you talk about something super serious like I did.
Will do, mate. So,
I'm going to probably try and find a mixer as well, because I've only got vodka left.
fuck it, mate. Let's just get smashed. The seal's open now.
What?
Oh, it's gone. It's gone. So, lads, something really deep. I don't know. Isn't it mad, though, this? This is the best podcast, hands down. Hands down is this the best podcast. Because this is the element of Let It Rip that is finally coming out, of let's get smashed. Now, maybe it's because we did it for 2 hours, it didn't work, and then we're doing it afterwards, so we're about 3 hours and a half through the entire thing. However, it's been a banger. It's been a... Right, big up Coxxy. Big up Coxxy. Round of applause for Coxxy. I won't make it too loud because of the webcam mic. But it has been a good podcast so far. I want to keep it rolling. Eventually it's going to stop. I've done a couple of other things, so I might put them either side. So I will have a chance to try and crop it down a little bit. But it's going to be a long one. I was watching, I don't know if any of you like WWE, but I was watching the Edge and Christian podcast. I like podcasts, me. True Geordie, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Edge and Christian, and Richard Herring. They're me four. And I was watching the Edge and Christian one, and theirs went on for like 3 hours. So I was like, pfft. When I do a 30-minute one, you know what I mean? It's a podcast, it's not an interview. That's the thing, innit? Coxsy's back. You're right, Coxsy, mate. He's not back. I got baited. But it's a podcast, innit? It's not an interview. See, I can hear him in the background. And that's the best thing about it. You can just have a laugh, have a drink, and have a good conversation.
Hello.
Here he is, he's back.
Desperate times call for getting the beer out of the fridge.
There we go, man. The seal's open now. We might have to, I don't know. I could start streaming it and then just kind of split the podcast into 2 parts, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't mind. You can stream if you want. I don't know if any people will tune in, but fuck it.
No one's going to tune in, but at least then you can record it while streaming it. And this part people don't have to care about as much, because it can just be put on the thing. I might. We'll see. But I was just talking about different podcasts that I've seen. Do you watch any podcasts, or you just...
I don't. I really want to get into them, but I normally, because I listen to so much music, I normally just put on like a random radio. Like, I normally just pick a band and just shuffle their songs.
Fair enough.
But I want to get into that podcast just because I want to start doing shit like exercising more. So I feel like I just listen to stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good for it. I mean, at the minute, because do you know when I said I was fucked in the head when I split up with my ex?
Yeah.
I quit my job at the same time. I just knew there was no way I was going into work that fucked. And obviously, I'm using the word fucked to mask emotion, which is what lads do. But fuck it, we don't give a shit about that. So I quit my job. So I'm still unemployed. So I've been unemployed for what, about 4 months now. I'm gonna start looking for jobs again now though, because now my parents are gone. I can just kind of get in a headspace so I can go looking. But it's given me a lot of time to become more cultured in different kind of, what's the word, cultures. So I've just been able to kind of
You're becoming
experience
a bit more
things.
multicultural.
Yeah, I've just been able to experience different kind of things and different aspects of interests. So people are passionate about different things. I'm able to kind of dip my toes in the water of all those different things.
Yeah.
It's genuinely quite interesting because if you see people that are like go train spotting and really into trains, and you just think, what the fuck are you doing with your life? What are you doing?
Right by train tracks, so I'm used to that.
But it's like, these are genuine people that have lived more years than I have a genuine passion about it. And I don't know about you, but the best conversations I've had with people are about things that they're passionate about. Hands down. It doesn't matter what the topic is, because I can have any kind of conversation. But as long as someone's passionate about the topic that we're talking about, it's always going to be a good conversation. Which is why podcasts are good. That's why I like hosting one, because you do get to know a lot more about people.
I'm like, passion is kind of the key word. Like, one of the big reasons I broke up with my ex, she wasn't really passionate about anything. And it was just a bit of a bummer. Like, just when you meet people that are passionate about something, it just makes you smile.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know. I'm passionate about tattoos. That's my thing.
Like, what's the phone thing on? Let's just go for it. If not, what I can, I'm not. I was gonna say that I can do it in post, but
what do you want to see?
I want to see all of them. So what?
I haven't got that many. I've got like a half sleeve. I've got like all fires. I've got Walter White. But to be honest, because I've been fucking paying $1,100 a month on rent, I've been able to afford more.
Yeah.
Like I'm not, like I've already booked my next one. Now I've got money, but I'm gonna be like head to toe. Like I'd get my neck and hands tattooed now if I had my arms done. Like I really want to get them done.
So what? Now this is because I've not got any tattoos. I do want one, but I want to get big, because what I'm waiting for is, because I'm naturally skinny because I've got a super fast metabolism, that I'm waiting for that to slow down so I can get fat, so I can turn it into muscle. Because right now there's just no way that I'm getting the body that I want. So I'm just being a lazy cunt while I can.
I know what you mean. Like I want to get my chest done, but because like I'm a little bit chubby at the minute from where I just haven't done fuck all for a year, I'm like I don't want to get them done until I'm like back in shape.
Exactly.
Because I don't want them just to like suddenly morph into something completely different.
Exactly. So the tattoo that I want is a white tiger going across my inner forearm, where the black stripes go across and spell the word trust. Now, obviously, my name is xDriger, which Drigger. This is cringy as fuck. I don't give a shit. Drigger is one of the bit beasts from Beyblade, which is a kids' cartoon.
Mate, my childhood nickname was Ty for Tyson. You know, I know.
Fucking yes, mate. Let's go.
My name's Tyler, and I went by Ty purely because of Tyson and fucking Dragoon.
There we go, man. We'll get Kai, Proscott in here, however the fuck it is pronounced.
Yeah.
For the other ones. Max, I don't know if there's a Max, but whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, there's Max. I love Max.
Is there? Who's Max?
Max is... Oh, what, like as a CL player or as Beyblade?
CL player.
Oh, I don't think there is a Max.
Yeah, I don't think so. Of course I know who Max is in Beyblade, man. I wouldn't say it's
like
random name.
Yeah, I just thought you're like, Max, oh, that'd be a good Beyblade. I'm like, well, you're in luck.
No, man. Because obviously when I quit my job, I had a lot of money saved up, so I thought I'm just going to treat myself now. And do you know when you're a kid, like when you're 8 and 9 or whatever, and you want to buy all these toys, but you've not got the money to be able to do it? I just thought, do you know what? All these toys that I wanted to buy, I'm going to go buy them. So I'm talking like Yu-Gi-Oh and Beyblade. Oh fuck me! Hang on a second. I just fucking pulled my headphones out of my PC. Right, I should be fine now. Talk.
Mate.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hello.
Yeah, it's fine. So all like old Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Beyblades and stuff, and it cost me a fortune. I must have spent about 500 quid, which thought I've got them now. And I was like, love that. So yeah, a white tiger with a black stripe spelled trust, because trust is my whole like emo phase when I was a kid. That was the key word for me. So that's the tattoo I want. But do your tattoos have the same like or any kind of meaning, or you just have them because they're cool? Because it's very what's the word? Naive of me to say that they've got to have a meaning, but.
So my first tattoo has a big meaning, and the rest I was just like, fuck it, I like this. Um, my first tattoo is like of woods and clouds and stars and shit like that. Like it's really cheesy, but I mentioned earlier like the first time I tried to like end it all, I was
Yeah.
like 15, 16. So I went out to these woods. So I'm far enough away from London to have fields and shit, to be a country bumpkin. I went out to these woods, and it was literally there's a big opening, and I really liked going out there when I'd feel low, and that's where I was like I literally took shit to hang myself, and I put up the rope, it broke, and I fell down in this opening, and I was looking up to the stars, and it's cheesy as fuck, but it was like a moment of clarity. So
Nothing cheesy about that at all, mate.
yeah,
If you have a
so my
near-death
first,
experience where you crash your
yeah,
car, you're damn right you're going to remember it. If it's
yeah,
something
so
more emotional like that, it's not cheesy, man.
my
Embrace it.
first tattoo is like a half sleeve of trees. I put mountains in just because they look better, but it's like trees, stars, and clouds. So that's what my arm is, which is like that moment. And then the rest is just like, oh yeah, like eyes will look cool for Wolf. And I like Breaking Bad. There's a guy in my town coming down all the way from Birmingham, so he does portraits. So yeah, let's do Walter White. Fuck it.
Fuck it. So
Yeah.
for me, the reason I want that tattoo when I eventually get it is because I want to remind myself how important trust is, and if people put trust in me, that I'm going to constantly respect that.
Yeah.
So do you have yours for some kind of reminder for yourself?
Yeah, I mean the arm is that moment where, again, it's similar to what happened recently, where if not for one thing or one person, like I might not be here. And I don't know if there's anyone watching, or you personally, if you've
Mate,
ever.
what do you mean
struggled
if there's
with
anyone
suicide.
watching? Come on, lads. I mean, someone
there's-
must be watching.
If there's anyone that's made it this far,
Fuck
if you're
off.
ever struggling with suicide or depression, when you get past it, you're gonna think you're a fucking idiot. So that's my reminder from where I'm like, okay, why the fuck would I get to that point? Because when you get to that point where you think there's nothing living for, something's gonna come around the corner. So that's my reminder, which it like obviously it doesn't always work, because I don't know if you ever like struggled with. I mean, I know you said you spurt recently. I don't know if you've ever been to that point, but it's you kind of just lose all control.
Mate, I'm not an open book at all. I don't know how you're able to do it, mate. But
I've I've been like a fucking therapist for like everyone since I was 10, so
Really?
I'm used to talking about this shit. But yeah, and it's part of me that I'm drunk as fuck, or I'd be like crying like a bitch by this point.
Let it rip podcast, boys. It's
yeah,
pure manipulation.
it's just one of those things where I don't know.
No, but yeah, it's a good message, isn't it? If someone is watching that is depressed, first off, there is ways you can go out there to help yourself. They're not the best. I'll be completely honest with you. I know people that have been depressed for a long time, and they've finally found the courage to go and speak to the GP about it, and then they get referred and referred and referred, and nothing happens.
It just goes on forever.
But ultimately, I will say that as long as you've got someone there to talk to, and someone to be your anchor and your crux, and someone to hold on to, that you can just, shit's going bad, just someone to talk to about that kind of stuff. It is important, so make sure that nothing's bottled in. That's the only thing that I can suggest, is make sure nothing's bottled in.
The other side of it is just, be careful what you say, try and not be a cunt to everyone, because there's a lot of people that go through a lot of shit behind the scenes. And even if your friends are like pissing you off, because every day they're whiny bitches about being depressed like I am, so just try and be there for them, because like, I don't know, you guys might not be getting flamed by me right now if not for a few people.
Man, imagine your life if you're not being flamed by Coxxy, man. Come on. Appreciate shit that's happening right now. This podcast would not be happening.
That's why I'm not naming names, because they're going to get lynched. Why did you let him die, you prick?
There's just going to be constant keep yourself safe now, isn't there, in the Discord chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a bond now, don't we, Coxxy? You can't get pissed over Discord without forming a bond, so
Yeah.
you've always got me. As do all of you lads that are watching. If you're watching 1 hour and 32 minutes plus any additional things that I've added into this, you're damn right I'll have you back. Not that I'll do anything massive, but I've got you.
And like, lads, I'm moving out now, so if you want to go hang out, I've got money for club nights.
Fucking Coxy, come Manchester, mate, let's go. I'll show you all the towns and you can pay for it. Let's go, boys.
Alexa wanted me to go Newcastle, you Manchester. You just invited me to the fucking shitholes of England.
Yeah,
Keep
man.
me away.
I tell you what, if you're gonna, you can do Manchester and Newcastle in a weekend. I love Newcastle. I mean, Newcastle is the best night out, and it's cheap as well.
I've only been Cambridge on like a big night out. It's not the same. I got spiked.
Wait, you've only been on one big night out?
Yeah, like I go out like quite a lot, but it's
Yeah, but
Some,
big night outs are different, aren't they?
big night out is just Cambridge only.
See, I've got a mate that goes Imperial University,
Yeah.
and he just says that it's expensive as fuck, and he enjoys it because he is fucking clued on. He's a smart lad.
Just a beer everywhere.
Way! But he is a smart lad, and he enjoys it, but it's just expensive. And it's the reason I've not gone down there and had a night out with him, just because I don't want to spend more than 300 quid on a night out. 300 quid is the max that I want to spend. 100 quid is your casual night out, and 300 quid is your big night out. And that's, when you're feeling really depressed and you go to the strip club afterwards, that's the 300 quid night out.
I've never been to a strip club. I've been in a relationship since I fucking just turned 16.
Mate, you've got the world. You've got the world to go experience now, man.
Yeah.
Party time for Coxxy. Lads, let's join together now.
I'm on lead.
Not compete league rivals. Let's come together and let's just have a big fucking night out with Coxxy and allow him to experience the joys of strip clubs, hookers, and just horrific scenes that a club night can bring. Speaking of,
I'm kind of worried about myself being out single because I'm a slut in a relationship. Every time I've been out, I've ended up getting twerked on or twerking on a stranger. So, and then I just get that clarity where I'm like, okay, I'm in a relationship. Can't make love to this.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I've not had that issue. I've not had that issue, boys.
I'm single now. It's fine.
Party
Do what I
time.
want.
What's your experience with drugs like? Boom.
So, okay. I'm gonna say this now. I don't do drugs. I wouldn't mind doing them now. No, so, my dad's a crackhead. Like, he's proper, like, that shit. So, from a young age, I was like, okay, I don't want to do drugs because I've seen what it ends up as.
Yeah.
So, one time I tried weed when I was completely pissed. I did nothing because I was so pissed. So,
I don't really have
that was it. So, I've never tried drugs, but I think I'm at like a point where I'm like, I don't really care. Like, I'm mature and old enough to know that just because my dad was a fucking crackhead, that if I try a bit of cocaine, I'm not gonna start injecting into my veins.
There we go, boys. That's the word I wanted to hear because I love a little bit of the old cocaine. It's brilliant.
Yeah. I
tried to think of any other word for it then, and none popped into my mind. But fuck it.
Yeah, same as I. I end up on sniffer.
Sniffer. What a word.
It doesn't. I make everything sound soft. That's my party trick.
Yeah, you'd make a brilliant homosexual. I'll give you that. Not as an insult, but just as a compliment. If you ever wanted to float that way, fuck me, man. You'd boss it.
Oh, you see me on a night out, I definitely could.
I love that kind of vibe though. When you're on a lads' night out and people aren't afraid to act a little bit gay, as weird as that sounds, it just makes the night better.
If I'm on a night out and I'm not rubbing a mate's nipple, it's not a night out.
Exactly. Have you ever been to a gay club?
I haven't, to be honest. I went past one once in like Soho, and
I went past one.
A guy tried to like grope me, and I got intimidated.
I love it.
Like, I'm gonna avoid that.
In Manchester, we've got Manchester's split up into like different kind of districts. We've got like the Northern Quarter, we've got Deansgate, and one of them is the Gay Village. Now,
the Gay Village.
It's literally an area of town where there's just gay clubs and hairdressers, like gay orientated, and everything's just gay, right? Gay, gay. And it's brilliant. There is no better place to be for a straight lad, because if there is a straight girl in there, first off, she is gravitating towards you, because girls don't like to go to a normal club sometimes because they just don't like the aggressive side of guys groping them and being too forward. But if you're the only straight guy or one of very few, you can actually like genuinely have a rapport with them. It's genius. Yeah. But aside from that, there's just no. Now, people who go out a lot will understand this. If you're one of those lads that go out and you're not always after the poontang, love that word. And if you're not always after the poontang, but your mates are, and you're just kind of left there in a corner, just like, mate, I just wanted to have a laugh with my mates. What the fuck is going on? Why are we in this club and you're grinding here? Like, it's funny, but I wanted to have a laugh with my mates. When you get to those situations, you don't get that in a gay club. It's just everyone's having a laugh together. Plus, you get free drinks. It's mental.
Oh, that's true.
It's brilliant.
To be fair, whenever I go out, because of what I'm like when I'm drunk, people buy me drinks. Like,
okay, fair enough. I don't get that,
mate. Is fucking a pleasure to be around. So I get so many free drinks.
If you say so yourself, yeah.
When I'm on a night out, I try to like keep it mellow, and I always get fucked.
I never try to keep it mellow. I'm the opposite. I try to get as fucked as possible, and guaranteed by like 4:30, I'm like crying into some dirt or something like.
Because every time I go out, something happens, and because I'm like a lot of the people I go out with, I work with as well. I'm trying to keep like rumors and shit to a minimum, but now I'm like, now I'm single and unleashed.
Lots.
Fuck it, I'll sleep with all of you.
There we go. That's what I wanted to hear. He will sleep with all of us.
Yeah, like I'm not. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about me being a gay club drunk, to be honest. I'm not ready to answer those questions about myself.
Brilliant. Honestly, podcast couldn't have gone better than Coxxy querying about his own sexuality and in a strip club when he's not strip club, gay club when he's dead.
After a few, I'm a menace.
Dead? Why did I say dead? I'm gone. Strip clubs are weird though because they're not as appetising as you'd hope. They're just a little bit grimy. Now, if you like grimy, if you're one of those guys that just like a bit of filthy sex, you'll love strip clubs. But for me, there's a little bit of a hopeless romantic at times. You might not think it, but it's just a little bit, well, I like tits and I like arse, so please wave them in my face. But it is a little bit weird. Here's 10 quid.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Like, as soon as I see, like, a girl getting intimate, I'd be like, yeah, so do you want to get married now? Or... I'd be, like, when she goes to the next guy, I'd be fighting him. So, it's not for me.
So I suppose you've never done that, have you? You've never slept with multiple people at the same time, or have you?
I've slept with one woman in my entire life. Yeah. Literally, it's fresh out. I've literally turned down propositions from like stunning women purely like, I mean, obviously it's not like, oh yeah, I was in a relationship so I was handicapped, but like I feel like I could have done so much more at this point in my life if I wasn't stuck in a relationship. I
look at people, right? Now, you might find offence in the things I'm about to say, but I can't give a shit.
I don't get offended.
That bit of me is really annoying me. Some people, I find, I'm going to reword everything I'm about to say. I see people that are like high school sweethearts that are 30 years old and they're still together, and it's like, wow. If I couldn't be a virgin and lose my virginity to the person I'm going to marry, fuck yes would I say yes to that question.
Yeah.
However, I look at my life and the things that I've done. You know, got really good grades in school, got to a decent college, but fucked about, so I dropped out after the first year and just had a laugh. Went to an apprenticeship and joined a fucking, it was like a IT service desk, just full of lads. Half of them were in fucking like either gangs or to do with drugs or retired from that scene. Lovely. Yeah. Brilliant time, and nothing was boring. Had a great time and got on with them all. And the girls that just came with were brilliant. Had a 3-way. Fuck yes, man. I've only had one, but
2 girls.
yeah, 2 girls, man. It's not enough. I don't flow that way.
Justin.
I don't know. I wonder, would you, if you were in a situation where it was like the fittest girl you could imagine, but another bloke, could you do it?
Nah, like I said, I'm like too fucking. I'm way too jealous for that shit.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. See, I don't know.
Like,
I don't know if I could or not. Because it puts me off when I think of the guy, but it turns me on when I think of the girl, and it's just confused emotions. Confused emotions.
yeah, no, I think I'd be like, nah. Same for me.
Plus, there's a little bit. Have you ever got what's the word? There's a word for it, like when you get nervous about your performance.
I don't know.
I
I'm
can't
thinking of is insecure.
No, there's this thing called, like, I don't know what it's called, but when in sexual relations, guys can get nervous about their performance and a little bit self-conscious about it, and either get a floppy on or just not perform that well because they're overthinking it. Is there anything that's crossed your mind at all? Going right deep for this one.
I've only been with one girl. I mean, to be fair, like now I'm single, it didn't cross my mind because I'm like I've always been pretty good at it with this one girl. So
yeah, you know what she likes, so you can provide her what she likes.
Girl, I'm flawless. But when it comes to other girls, that shit might not fly. That might not work.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like now I'm a little bit worried when it comes to that sense.
Yeah, I find an issue with it personally because 90% of the girls that I've been with in the past year have been very much wanting to be dominated.
Yeah.
Now, the whole like strangling, basically 50 Shades of Grey, but a little bit extra. Daddy is a word that's been used often, and I am not turned on by that word whatsoever. I'll put my hands up and say it instantly. I'm not your daddy. I'm a bloke that wants to shag you. He's your daddy, and he's in the other room, and let's fucking stay quiet. But it's, yeah, people just seem to be obsessed with that kind of thing. But you can't go into a one-night stand and just start, like, trying to kill him. Because if they're not into it, it's a little bit rapey.
Yeah.
A couple of issues that you can have with that one.
Okay. The daddy thing used to be like that meme where I was like, oh my god, I cannot stand it. But pretty recently, a girl said it to me and I was like, oh my god, I need to meet you. Like, you cannot say daddy to me again while I'm this far away.
Yeah, I can understand that one.
Like, that seems to work for me. Maybe it's because I've had daddy issues.
No, Let It Rip podcast, ladies and gentlemen. No, the only time it's ever had an effect on me is when I know the girl didn't like it.
Yeah.
But she said it anyway, and none of us particularly liked it. It wasn't a fetish for either of us. But because she said it, and I knew she didn't like it, it was like, okay, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's gone to almost like an added effort, which you can always respect.
Doing this for me, sort of thing.
Yeah, and you can always respect that as a bloke. When a girl gives you an unasked for blowjob, I'll take that. I will take. Go ahead. And then you feel like you're about to come. It's like, well, we're not going to have sex this time. Just take it. Anyway, next topic. It's been a good one. So is it full time now? 3-1 Real Madrid?
Yeah, it's done.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Yeah.
I would never have lived it down if Liverpool won that.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that fucking trip to work tomorrow.
No,
have you got any... work tomorrow, pretty early.
Have you got any... Oh, have fun. What time?
I got to start at 8, so I've got to leave at 7. Ooh. Oh, Gareth Bale scored 2 though. I'll take that.
There we go. Welsh lad. Speaking of Wales, right? Conor Viazza, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just the stories that I've heard, and because of that I think about what people say differently. I think he's all right. If there's one person in the entirety of the community that I would say I would have on every night out because he would fit in every group. Now, he's never going to be the top lad. He's never going to be like the Crodden or the Tent or whatever, or just the entertainment, but he would always fit in every group. Connor
I'd
would
take
be that one.
I fucking love Connor so much.
He's brilliant. I like him. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people like. Maybe I'm viewing what people are saying in the wrong way, and people do like him, like I do. But
I don't know. I don't know why he gets some shit, but I think a lot of people do like him.
good.
And I don't know. I really like Connor. He's like, I've been involved in CL for a while, and I don't remember ever playing a game with him. But he's still like one of the soundest guys. And that's a pretty hard thing to say for like a gaming community. Never played a game
100%.
with him, but I fucking take him to every night out.
I mean, as top, he's probably the worst top player I've ever laned against. No offense to you, Connor, mate. You're good at other roles, but no, not top lane.
ADC main, isn't he?
I think it's moved to ADC now, yeah. Which we played a couple of games together.
Then he went and started playing Swain.
Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, Swain was pretty strong when he came out.
To bring my battery's on 50%, so I can bring the camera back if you want.
Yeah, go on. Let's go through the tattoos.
I've just topped off my Bex, so now I'm on a Stella that I found in the fridge.
Fucking top lad, knocking out the lager. See, if you're gonna if you're gonna come to the north of England, the proper place, you have your lagers, right? You sit in a pub, a traditional one of those like Victorian white and black style pubs, and you just get smashed on lager. Some cunt brings out the Sambuca, and that's it from there. Jaeger bombs.
Alright, if you bring Sambuca on a night out, we're done. Like, licorice is the thing that ruins me.
Like, okay.
It says you're not online on Skype.
Yeah. No, Discord, mate, do that.
Oh, Discord, isn't it?
Not bad. Stop telling me I'm wrong. Fuck off. No, but yeah.
Wait, you aren't online on Skype, so we're both right.
Okay, fair enough. That is true. But yeah, licorice Sambuca.
Yeah.
Hang on, because you've joined, it's fucked up the thing again. Wait. It's fucking Coxxy, boys. People's gonna be so happy that you're back. People watching you are like, it's Coxxy.
I had to look at your face for like half an hour. So.
I know, man. I'm not an attractive boy.
I'm genuinely confused because I've lost a strongbow can and I don't know where.
Right. Before we talk about your tattoos, licorice Sambuca.
Yeah.
Now you've had it, haven't you?
Yeah, it's fucking hell.
Is it the worst drink you've ever had ever?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm the sort of person that when I go on a night out, because I get so many drinks brought from me, that I drink everything, which gets me proper fucked up. When people give me so I can drink anything, but Sambuca, licorice, that's the only drink that's ever made me vomit. And it makes me gag just thinking about it.
Right, okay. I'm going to get a little bit deep for you now, boys, just because you brought up licorice Sambuca. And obviously my deep stories are to do with alcohol, but I don't give a shit.
Yep.
When I was maybe year 10 or 11, I don't know, somewhere around the ages of 14 to 16, I was proper fucked in the head. And I said I wanted trust on my tattoo. This was alright. Now, I spoke to a lot of girls back then, mainly as mates, just because I prefer female conversation than male conversation.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because you just get a more quantified...
it's more like natural. Like, you can talk about shit that you won't say to the lads, oh, lads, I'm going to kill myself tonight.
Well, not always about the suicide. I don't always talk about it. Suicide's not on my...
you should talk to me more often.
top of the conversation tree. But, yeah, I spoke to a lot of girls just because I preferred it. And also because I like girls. But one time I'd lost a game of FIFA online. There's your red finger. It's back.
Yeah.
I lost a game of FIFA back on FIFA 14 and I was pissed. Now, I don't know if anyone ever played Ultimate Team back on the years of FIFA 12 to 14.
Just quickly.
Go on.
I was top 100 in the world on FIFA 12 Ultimate Team. That was on Xbox 360. That was my claim to fame.
Right. PS3 can fuck off.
FIFA 12, Xbox 360. I was ranked 34th in the world.
Coxxy, boys. It's not just an AD carry.
Not just a pretty face.
But, yeah, so, Just lost a game with FIFA. And do you know when you just lose those games where they play ultra defensive and they're 1-0 up and you have 48 shots and they're fucking Neuer saves every single fucking one. Mates, finesse shots are meant to be OP on this game. Go in the net. But it doesn't. Yeah, I was very annoyed. And then at the time I was speaking to a bird, and I won't name names if I ever become famous and this comes out, which is going to happen. I'm going to be the number one. Like, I'm going to be on BBC One tomorrow. But she was a lesbian speaking to a girl, and I spoke to both of them as mates. They liked each other. They wanted to get together, but they didn't get together because they were nervous. And as me as the middle ground, I was firmly a believer of trust. Like, I'm not going to tell them what they're saying, but I was just kind of dropping hints that, just say something, it'll work out okay, kind of thing. And just one of them was really annoying me, saying, just tell them what they said, just tell them what they said, just tell them what they said. And I was so pissed. He was like, right, here's my details to my Facebook, go read everything. Now, I only wanted her to read one message, but realistically, I'm saying a lot of personal shit with a lot of people, like 20 plus. That I've just suddenly realised, actually, no, I have broken the trust of a shit ton of people. Yeah. So I gave everyone else the Facebook too, just so it was like, I'm sorry that everyone else can see what you're saying, but at least you can see what I've been saying to everyone else, kind of thing. I don't know what my logic was. I was not in the right state of mind.
Give everyone your Facebook.
Not everyone, but just the people that I was close to. Do you know what I mean? You know, back when on Facebook, when you just accepted everyone, you've got like 30,000 mates, but you speak to like 20 of them closely because you're in school and you've got mates back then. So I did that, and I was just like, I realised how like bad that was. It's just someone trusts you, and you just say, fuck off, kind of thing. Like, I don't care what you've said, I'm going to go tell everybody. I felt bad about it, so I was like, right, okay, I don't deserve to be your mate. Fuck off. Tell me to fuck off. And I just never spoke to him again. And I spent a solid 2 months of high school just only speaking to specific groups of people. And they were the lads' mates you didn't really speak to massively. Do you know, no personal shit. You just go out and have a laugh with them. They're the only people I spoke to. Which is why you should always have a group of lads that you speak to. Anyway, on my birthday, 12th of April, cheers for the happy birthday messages a month and a bit ago. No one.
I didn't know.
No one knew. It was fine. No one knew. I said it on one of my podcasts in Bronze and Silver, but then still nobody said it, except for the coach of Pandas with Chairs, which cheers, George. Anyway, and I had a bottle of licorice sambuca that my mum gave me, and I drank 2 litres of licorice sambuca straight. It had one of those, spirit things, the metal tube. It had one of those on it, and I was drinking out of that, and you had to suck it.
Like a hamster.
Yeah, like a hamster, because it wouldn't come out properly. And I had 2 litres of it, and threw up furiously. But because I was so pissed, I was able to apologise and make it up with everybody, which is good. That's one of the most deep things that's ever happened to me. But licorice sambuca, I can never have it again. I was out with a group of mates, and they just brought out sambuca, and every time I drink it, it's like, you've just given me sambuca. I'm going home.
Sambuca is just the one thing I cannot do.
It's just one.
I don't know what it is. It's just the licorice, I think, but it proper makes me gag.
Yeah.
It's made me throw up.
It's just sambuca in general for me now. There was another one. Christmas of, I think, 2015, maybe 2014. I was at my sister's, and everyone was crying around, and we were doing Jaeger bombs.
Yeah.
And I was my sister is because I'm the youngest. The second youngest is my sister, who's 8 years older than me. And then the oldest is my brother, who's 15 years older than me. And then the third is 5 years, 13 years or something like that older than me. There's a big difference, which is why I know I was an accident. But anyway, they're all doing Jaeger bombs. Now I was 15, maybe 14, trying to keep up with 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds on Jaeger bombs. Now, people know when you're 14, you can't keep up. Your liver's, you've not grown up enough yet. Your body's not matured.
A little bit.
Yeah. So I think I'd done 18. Now I've been in the same sat position. So 18 is a lot. And I'm not bragging, just when you're not losing.
Jaeger bomb?
Jaeger bomb, yeah.
That would kill me now.
But because I was sat in one spot, just on the floor drinking him, it's I could tell I was fucked, but it's not hit me because I've not moved.
When you stand up.
Yeah, because that's when the blood starts pumping again. Yeah. That's when the alcohol moves. As soon as I went to go to the toilet, I do not remember what happened. What happened was I threw up all over the floor. It was a laminated floor, and you couldn't see any of the wood.
Yeah.
It was just puke thrown up everywhere. I woke up without a shirt on and just pen drawn all over me. Like, my family knew how to punish me for that one. Just knob head on my head.
I've only thrown up twice on a night out in my life. One of them, there's a town near me, a village called Olsey, and I drank more vodka than blood in my body. And I was like 16, and I tried to ride a horse.
You can tell how posh this boy is, can't you? I drank a shit ton of vodka and then rode a horse.
I went, like, there's a place called the Blue Lagoon, and I was like, you know what? Blue Lagoon, a lot of people die there. It's an old abandoned quarry full of water. I'm going to go there. And on the way, I saw a horse. I'm like, I'm going to ride that. I went to climb on it, and I blacked out. I fucking fell, and I ended up in a trench all night.
Was anyone with you?
No, I was on my own, and I was just texting people like, hey, George, I'm in a trench.
Imagine if you're Coxxy's mate and you receive that text.
Yeah.
You're right, I'm in a trench.
Good old George. George Gillard. Ooh. The other time was actually I've been spiked twice, but I didn't proper black out. I was just like I was as good as.
Right,
yeah,
you say you've been spiked. Now, I've lied about being spiked before because I was such a lightweight that I had to lie to get away with it.
Yeah.
Is this what you're talking about?
No, I was doctor tested Rohypnol twice.
Gay guys like you, don't they?
Yeah, well, actually, no, one of them was a woman, and I was like, oh, yeah, that middle-aged woman, she loved me. She wanted it on me. And then someone went to me, no, it's quite common in this club. They do it to rob you. I'm like, oh.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
There goes my self-esteem that boosted for a little bit.
I mean, at least rape me, then rob me. But if you're just going to rob me, what's the fucking point if you're drugging me?
Just get my money anyway. Oh, I dropped my camera again. And what was the other time? Fuck. The other time was, have you ever heard of a game called Caliente?
What I want you to do now, Coxxy, is repeat the words you just said, but not like you're from like Middle English, French ages, and ask me if I know what that word even means. Caliente.
Caliente.
To me, that's caliente.
Caliente. It's
No, I've not.
It's like a game you can get on your phone, which is like a drinking game. And it's like go around the room, and it's you put in everyone's name. That's in if you ever have like a house party or anything. Because I'm the only one of my friends with a flat. Ex-flat. Goodbye. It's my house was the one where it all happened. And yeah, you put in everyone's group, like, and it's just like, okay, Louise, touch Tyler's dick. Or it could be Tyler, down your drink. And I ran out of mixers, so I just filled up a glass to the brim with vodka. Like literally, I haven't got one in here, surprisingly, but like pretty much a pint of vodka, and it was just like, Tyler, down your drink. And I was like, yeah. So I downed it, and I literally vomited all over my flat.
Well, rightfully so. It's a pint of vodka. A pint of vodka.
When Caliente tells me to do something, I do it.
As long as when Caliente tells Louise something to do, she does that because.
Yeah, I mean, it's everyone does it. It's the rules of Caliente.
Might download that.
Yeah, so I vomited everywhere, and I woke up with cat litter everywhere, and literally my first thought when I woke up was, oh, I thought I vomited, but it's just cat litter. But yeah, it turns out like the people just threw cat litter over it and fucked up home.
Yeah, fair enough.
I had to clean that up.
Fair enough, man. I was known in my kind of high school and the years above and below, and that kind of 3-year area of having the best house parties. And that sounds like I'm bragging, and I am, but it was accidental. I didn't know I was going to have the best house parties. Basically, my parents went away. Yeah. And my mate said, oh, your parents are away, we should have a house party. I'm like, you're damn fucking right, we should have a house party. And he was like, who should we invite? I'm like, well, I know a couple of dickheads, let's not invite them, because I genuinely don't want my house to get fucked. Then right, yeah, okay, that's fine. So I invited people, and when the bird you're crushing on says, can I invite people? Invite whoever you want, love. Just come. Just come.
All downhill.
And emphasis on the word come. Just come. and it'd be brilliant. So I got my mates here first, people I was comfortable with. Everyone's here with a pizza, just like, because that's what you want to do at a house party. You get your mates that you're comfortable with, so you can have a conversation. Then when other people come, they bring their mates, and then it just kind of filters nicely until everyone's there, and it's like, right, let's get fucking messy. So I brought like 15 people over, we're mates, just have a good time. More people come in, more people come in, more people come in. Funny, because my best mate at the time, he had a girlfriend, and the girl that he was talking to, like, he was cheating, also came. But I won't out him on the podcast, but whatever. So, leaks. So yeah, more people came. And there was like 60 odd people there. I was like, this is good. I couldn't get pissed. I was too nervous, like, because I didn't want anything to be broken. I was trying to down as much alcohol as possible. But do you know when like an emergency happens, you just stay clued on. It's like, I need to be sober right now. It was one of those. So that happened. And I couldn't get pissed. And then 3 minibuses turned up. 3 minibuses. Who was this? This was that girl I had a crush on and all the mates. Fuck me. There was maybe 150 people in my house. It's a 3-bedroom semi-detached house, which is... I grew up all right for Manchester. Like, I've been pretty silver spooned. Kind of. But 150 people, like, it was spilling out into the street, spilling out into the garden. It had been raining, so everything was muddy and wet. Was mental. Then I had a second one, right? Because the first one went down a hit. Man, the first one went down a hit. Everyone had new mates from different schools because it was just everyone from everywhere came. Like, it ended up people that were in university were coming to the house party because it was that lit. This was accidental. I just said, bring whoever you want to everybody. And because of that, like, I stocked the fridge. That's what happened. Because you know when your parents say, here's money for food, here's money for alcohol. Have you got a fake ID? Yes, I've got a fake ID. Let's go, boys. So I had a second one. And I did the same thing again, but less people came to this one because I had less time to organise it. So about 80 people were there. And I was just getting a tequila out saying, right, everyone get pissed and we'll just make a go of it. Kind of like how I do this podcast. But I blacked out by 11 o'clock. No, I started drinking at 7. So, you know, that is a solid 4 hours. I am allowed to black out after 4 hours of hard drinking. Yeah. But saying you black out at 11 is kind of embarrassing. So people are carrying me off the toilet to the bed. And I wake up to find out that the radiator has fallen off the wall. Water has spilled out everywhere. I've got to clean it all up. But I can't because I'm that hungover. I've got to phone my brother-in-law to come round to clean up all the half-filled cans that are all stale alcohol because I've not been able to drink it all. Yeah. Because everyone's fucking shite.
Did he do it?
Did I do what?
Did he do it? Did he come round?
Yeah, honestly, my family, perfect, man. I couldn't ask for a better group of people. And they came round, they did it all. They shouted at me a lot. Like, my brother-in-law was like, mate, you owe me big time for this one. But he did, and everything was all right. My parents came home. And then they realised it was really cold. So, no, the radiator's not on. They turned the water on, and the pipe burst again because they just put towels around it. So I just put the towels in the washing basket and just said it's fine, no water's coming out. But because the water was turned off, they turned the water on, it all exploded again. Fuck me, was I in shit after that. So
did they work it out?
Well, yeah, it wasn't hard to figure out that he was incredibly hungover. There were no towels around, and the radiator was burst. You've had a house party again, haven't you? So yeah, I have, Mum. I'm sorry. But it was good, man. It was good. So when did you move out?
Silver spoon for me.
It wasn't even that silver spoon, to be honest. Like, I pay for everything that I get, kind of thing. It was just I was okay to grow up in a decent neighbourhood with a decent school, kind of thing. Still public and all that. Just very lower to middle class, you know. Yeah. I've done all right for myself. Well, my parents, I don't know when I was cottoned on. I'm going to end up working at McDonald's. Yeah. I actually got declined from McDonald's, you know. Oh, Subway, McDonald's and KFC all said no. I ended up working for the NHS. They've clearly got lower standards.
That's kind of sad.
It's fucking true, though.
That's why most of my taxes go to benefits and not the NHS.
So yeah, how did you end up moving out? Because you're what, 22? When did you get your own place?
I got my own place at like 17.
How did that work then?
I moved out young, so because of all the drama in my family, and then drama with my girlfriend, well, ex's family, we both just moved out like young. Because I left sixth form pretty early, like after the first year.
Same, buddy.
It worked for me, and then I was just fuck it, move out, get a job, I'll find something that makes me happy. This is the relationship that will make me happy. And like 6 years down the line, I'm still as miserable as ever. So fuck it. Maybe this ain't the one. Let's go do some shit you've always wanted to do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I've
So
never
that's
had a
my-
proper lads holiday. That's my biggest regret. I've never had one.
Yeah. I was the same. Like literally, like a few months ago, I was talking to my friend, going, "Oh, yeah, let's have a lads like holiday. Let's do it." And I was like, "Actually, I don't know if I can afford it. Plus, is it worth having a lads holiday if you're not sleeping with everyone in sight? Probably not. That's just might as well go to Yarmouth for a week." Like,
So yeah, I never
Yeah.
had one. I don't know if I'd even like one, to be honest, because I like the luxury of being able to come home and have my own bed kind of thing. But at
yeah,
the same time, to be able to go Ibiza or like Magaluf or something and just go fucking mental, that'd be alright.
yeah. Well, I think that'd be alright. I might go to like I forgot what they were called. What's the Greek one?
Shit.
That's annoying me, no?
That's so annoying because I just keep thinking of Crete, which is obviously
No, it
not
begins
that.
with K. But it's not that.
Kalos? No.
Kalos, yeah, it's Kalos.
Yeah,
For sure.
maybe. That might be a Pokemon region, though. I'm not sure.
I think it's both. Oh, let's just find. Ah, it's gone. Let's go. Greek lads holiday. Oh, there's Zante. That wasn't what I was thinking.
Xante.
But
Yeah, that's it.
That wasn't what I was thinking of. I'm pretty sure it is like Kalos or something.
No, I
Let's
think
say
Kalos is the Pokemon region, mate. Let's
Both.
just
Say
not.
it's both. It's definitely a Pokemon region, but I'm gonna say it's a lads weekend too.
Yeah, I think that shows the kind of status that we're at as people. Getting this.
Yeah.
It's like saying, "What's Magaluf?" No, I'm pretty sure it was Kanto, mate.
I know, mate. You got an STD. I got a Charmander. Bro.
Mate, I went Johto with the lads. Fuck me, did I get a fucking Chikorita? Shit, man.
I pulled so many Chikoritas, but I've got a Totodile for life.
If only it wasn't for that Cyndaquil, man. Fuck me.
It burns.
As if we've gone
Can
to Pokemon jokes now.
Give me a minute. I need to clean up. I've spilled a lot. 2 seconds.
Jesus
grab
Christ.
another
Right,
beer
we'll do
or
the tattoos when you're back. We'll do the tattoos when
Yeah,
you're
alright.
back. Because that is a genuine thing that I wanted to do. We'll go over them properly. Go clean your shit up and then we'll talk about them. 2 seconds. Got it. Look at me, this fucking huge green bottle. The Let It Rip podcast, boys. It's gone alright. It's gone alright. Now, I know that some people, I know at this point, some people are going to be incredibly bored, saying there is no content that's interesting here. But on the flip side, there's those people that love this kind of conversation. Zane, speaking to you, you're going to love this part, just because it's chilled as fuck. But 2 hours and 10 minutes of just quality content. By quality, I mean dog shit. Coxxy. How many beers have we got left? I'm drinking out this Corona box. You get them, it's like 10 quid. This is how people do like openings and giveaways and shit. Remember when that used to be big on YouTube? So look, you can see it in there. The quality beers, there's not many left. Pull out one. Another Corona. Do you know when you... Oh, my fucking headphones are falling out. Do you know when you pull a whitey? When you have too much weed and you're like, your mouth congeals and it's like you get kind of bubbles on your tongue because the spit isn't liquid enough. I've got that. And it's quite concerning, but I'm going to keep on drinking because fuck it. I need some water realistically, but I don't care. I think what I'll do is I'll just upload the whole thing and people can just leave it because at the end of the day, I don't give too much of a shit if people don't watch the whole thing. The idea is just content in it, and if you like it, you'll watch it. If you don't like it, you won't. It's back now anyway. Hang on, I've got some messages. Oh, that was Coxxy leaving the group. That was somebody else. Don't know. You here, buddy? Are you back? Well, I can't hear you.
I am back.
There we go. There we go. So
I always mute on the microphone, but I muted it on Discord this time.
no. So first off, show us your red finger.
Yeah, the cheeky red finger.
What's happened there? Have you just had a little bit of a Pokemon wank and you started bleeding?
Yeah, it's just that time of the month.
Ah, fair enough, man. Happens to the
Same
best
thing.
of us.
Nah, it's pen exploded at work. So. No one got the "you've got red on you" reference, which really upset me. If any of you are English and watch Shaun of the Dead, you know what I mean.
Well, I'm English and I've watched Shaun of the Dead, but I don't remember that reference.
You've got red on you. That's like the whole film. He's got red on his shirt. Fuck you.
It might have been. To be fair, it's been a long time, but no, I don't remember it. Tattoos.
Right,
Let's go through him.
Yeah, what, do you want to just see him or talk about him or what?
We'll see him, man. Talk about him. We can do both, can't we?
That's my so the first one I got was this band, which is Clouds and Trees, which was the Depression shit. And then I just wanted to extend it, so I got more trees, mountains and shit like that.
Yeah.
So that goes all the way down.
What's that
And
band about?
Oh, that's House of Van. So I got invited out to night out. As soon as I announced I was single, I started getting messages.
Oh, is it a night out? Okay, I thought it was just like
Yeah.
an actual shoe shop for a band. It's like,
No,
fuck me.
there's a nightclub. It's fucking lit. I never even heard of it. It's called House of Vans. If you Google it, it's like a underground bunker with and like bands and shit play like Metallica, and it's like invite only.
Okay,
And
that's not bad
a
at
girl
all.
I knew got invited, and she was like, "Yeah, you're the only one I know from London. Do you want to go?" I was like, "Yes." So I've got that. Then I've got my arm, which is the eyes.
So they wolf eyes.
Yeah, so that's a wolf, but people see it as anything like tiger, bird. I don't know.
It's not a
It's
tiger.
a wolf. But yeah, I don't really care what they see. I'm probably gonna get my whole arm done, and I'll probably incorporate it to like a full sleeve. And then my leg, which I don't know if this will show, is
Just try and lift up a bit. There we go.
white.
Nice one.
I've got water white on my leg.
Bet that
which
it.
is- Yeah, well, it hurt more because I had to do. I left at 6 in the morning, went to work 7 till 12, then 12 till 4 I was getting that put on me, and then 5 till 9:30 I was back at work because I couldn't get the day off. So it was a long old day.
I've dropped your fucking bottle opener. But yeah, that is a long day. That.
I got my Jamaican bottle opener.
Nice one, man. My bottle opener is very original. It's a bottle opener of lager.
Oh,
Hey!
oh god.
You see, I brought Coxxy on a podcast, and he said, "I've not got a can." I said, "Can you use your phone?" He was like, "Oh, I could use my phone." And we were
Okay.
trying to use the phone, and then it caused a shit ton of internet issues where I was lagging and he was lagging, and it just turned to shit. And then one of them, I realised that his audio wasn't recording, which, my bad. Only 50 minutes of his life wasted. But this one, I think, is working. Your audio's showing up. Mine's showing
Yeah,
up.
hopefully it works this time. We're not doing it again.
No, this is it. I'll just upload it, whatever it is. 2 hours and 15 minutes. But yeah,
Just eye contact.
yeah, mine's mine's the lager
Oh, I like it.
of a bottle opener. It's also magnetic, which is good
Oh, says mine.
because it gets the bottle caps.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I don't think mine works. No, mine doesn't do that. What the fuck?
Yours is shit,
it does.
mate.
It does a bit, but just not as strong. It sticks to the oven though. It's nice because I just put it on the top of the oven.
Right. Watch this, right? Pretty decent distance.
Alright, this is mine.
Watch it. Just
if I-
really slowly.
Yeah, it doesn't like look. Oh, no, it's gone.
I can get a pretty decent distance on that.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, you've got a better bottle opener. Fuck it. Don't
Yeah,
care.
better bottle opener. Therefore, makes me a better AUC. Teams, I'm still looking for a
Yeah,
team.
clearly. How's your team hunt going?
Oh shit,
I've
mate!
had 5 offers for starting spots.
I've had an offer as a support by a Division 2 team that then just chose a different support and didn't even speak to me about it.
As soon as team said Div 2 to me, I was like, nah.
Thing is, I don't mind. I just want the team atmosphere again, kind of thing.
I don't mind Div 2 to be honest. Like, but I would play for Undefined, like with Amy and shit. I'd play for that. I don't care.
Thing is with Amy, I don't know what her thing is because I don't know if we're mates or not because it's so double crossy our relationship that it's just like, eh.
Is it? I get that. Like, it seems pretty sneaky. I'm just like, yeah, if you're depressed, come talk to me. If you say you love me, fuck off.
Well,
like, that's my relationship with like everyone.
Coxxy, mate. Oh, well, I was gonna have a really not dramatic, but really horribly cringy moment where I said I loved you, but then your camera broke, so the joke's gone.
Yeah, fuck off.
Alright, see you, lads. But
it's on my shirt, by the way. It's a flamingo one. It's my favourite shirt.
Oh, yeah,
I wore it just for you.
Cheers, buddy. I wore a flannel shirt, but then I got too warm, so I took it off, and I'm just wearing a standard white t-shirt.
I'm in shorts, so kind of balances out.
I've got joggers on.
I've got shorts, so I can
show them to you. Look at those area legs, beautiful. Ladies, is single, ladies.
Freshly single. Stay away.
Vulnerable. I hate my legs knee, right? Because I think they are too hairy. I'm going to fall over a little bit. Like, they're not, but just genuinely hair on legs, I can't get in my enough, lads.
You should see Exile, mate. Exile looks like a Yeti. The only thing I want to shave like the goatee. I want to shave around it, so that's the only hair on my leg.
That would be cool. Beard. That would be cool.
Yeah. I've got like a weird bald patch down here on this leg, and it just makes me feel self-conscious because it looks like I've shaved it.
I've got a hairy arse. Have you got a hairy arse?
A little bit, yeah.
I shave my arse. Both the cheeks and the hole, because first off, the hole gets too itchy when it's too long, man. And the cheeks it looks quite gorilla-ish. The worst in my legs. I've got to get rid of them.
I've never looked at my arse, but when I got invited out by a girl, I was like, yeah, I better shave the pubes, just in case.
Yeah, I keep them trimmed. I don't complete... Oh, I thought you were showing me your pubes then as it went down.
Nah.
No, but yeah, I keep them trimmed and then manscaped. So shaved around it and then trimmed.
I'm not at that point yet. I'm sure if I start dating, then I'll be like all about the nail grooming. But the minute I still need to go. I got my tooth knocked out pretty like a few months ago by a girl at Muay Thai.
Hard. Muay Thai?
Yeah, like kickboxing. So I do kickboxing.
That's done.
So this is like what I'm most self-conscious about, which is.
Oh, that's quite big, isn't it? Yeah.
Full on smash my fucking front tooth out because I am a gentleman, and I was like, I can't hit a woman, but she is a trained kickboxer, and I was like, okay, I can't hit her, and she was just like, fuck, and she smashed my tooth out. So I have to wait. I have to wait another few months to get that fixed.
That's mental.
So in the meantime, I look
to be
like
fair,
a Jeremy Kyle guess.
I didn't notice it until you pointed it out. No, it's
a lot of people say it, but then I'm like always like, I can cut this side of the mouth.
But it's the same with my nose, right? If I dead look at the camera, can you see that my nose is bent quite drastically?
I can now, but
only now I've pointed it out. Yeah. But people say the same thing, but it's well dressed. Like, look, like, see that it goes down and then just fucking goes not that way.
Yeah.
I can't tell because the camera's mirrored. But yeah, that proper goes that way. But like for me, that's the most self-conscious thing.
Hit?
What?
Is that natural, or did you get hit?
I don't know. I've never been to the hospital with it, but when I look at kid pictures, it was always fine.
I don't know if it shows. I don't think it does on this camera.
What?
I've got it's like a thunderbolt down here. From where I ran into a wall and broke my fucking cheekbone.
No, I can't see no thunderbolts.
I ran straight into a wall, broke my cheekbone. Now I've got like a thunderbolt scar, like Harry Potter-esque scar down the side of my face.
Nice one. The only one I've got. Good story, this. When I was... It's not good at all.
Keep going.
When I was 6, I was going to go for a bath, and I was wearing my old England kit. Now, the England kit was like 2 years too small for me. Good camera, by the way. But I like to wear it anyway, just because I like to pretend I was a footballer. So it's a bit too small for me, but I had my England kit on. And I went to go in the bath, but then my sister knocks on the door. I need the toilet. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. No, I'm going for the bath. No, I need the toilet. Get out. So I got out the bath. And I went to go put my shorts back on. But because the shorts were so small, when I put one leg through, the other one slipped. And because it was my feet were wet, the floor was wet, I full on slipped, head banged on the toilet seat, and I passed out, bleeding everywhere.
Yeah.
I couldn't open the door because it was locked, obviously, because it was in the bath. But I didn't have the strength because I was bleeding out. And eventually I was able to like muster up the strength to be able to unlock it and get out, and then I was just carried to the hospital. But now I don't know if this is going to show. I think if I just do that, hang on. I don't even know it's this side thing. It's there. It's so hard to see, but it's where the wrinkle goes in proper. Where that wrinkle is. It's very hard to see. But maybe if you're having a closer look, you can see where it's where that wrinkle goes in anyway.
Try full screen you. I can't see it.
Did you not see the wrinkle?
I see the wrinkles, but I can't see the scar.
Yeah, it's hard to see the scar, but it's there on that side. But yeah, that's my only proper battle wound, that one. What annoyed me is my mum went away, and she's got the hairbrushes and the hair dryer, which I just use because they're in the house. But now I've not got him because she's gone on holiday with him. It's like, well, I can't do anything with my hair now. So I'm just
unlucky.
Can't give a fuck.
A hat. Put on my beanie.
I'd like to be a beanie guy, but I don't think the head shape suits it.
I think I'm pretty good head on, like symmetrical, but then from the side it's just like all a mess.
A little bit,
yeah.
But it works.
Like, I feel like I'll be really good on Tinder until I meet him. Like,
all my pictures are from this angle because then the nose don't look so bent.
I'll do them from that angle just so I can get my piercings in. It's like the only reason, because I've got stretched ears and a scaffolding.
Oh, you got full on stretched ears?
Just so I can look like all punky.
Nice, man. So how sticky out were your ears as a kid? Because you said you got them pinned back.
Yeah. My ears were like, and then I got them pinned back like that, so they kind of like fucked up from behind. But like it still let me get that. Like the scalp, I don't know if you can see on the camera. I've got the piercing across. Just about can see because your hair's in a way a little bit. Yeah.
There we go. Just seen it there. Yeah, you can see that.
Like that. And I've got that. I need to get tunnels put in so I can actually flash the stretched ears. Because at the minute I've got like just rods going through them. But so at the minute it's that. But oh my god, why?
Poggers.
I've got proper ghetto stuff.
Well, my sister's got pin back ears, and I thought I needed them too because I'm not happy with mine. But no one's happy with their fucking body, are they? But it's not too bad. I've learned that girls genuinely don't give a shit. The only thing that you need is a girl to like you, and once you've got that, it's fine. And I've got quite decent rapport with girls in person. As long as I've got that in person bit, it's fine.
This is what I'm going up to, if you want a comparison.
Go on.
Because it takes like months. So I kind of rushed the first year. So that, which in comparison... Oh my god.
Whee!
It's proper balancing on like boxes and with a
sauce
bottle holding it up.
I could tell. Yeah, there is quite a difference there, isn't there?
Yeah. So that's going to take a few months to get to that point.
Okay, so I've got to ask, and I don't personally care, but there will be people watching that just think, why is he doing that to himself?
Yeah.
And to those people, what's your answer?
Because I think it looks pretty and I want to look good.
You got shut down, boys. If you thought that, you have just been shut down.
I enjoyed the look. And like, have you ever watched Scott Pilgrim?
No. I think I've seen one.
Scott Pilgrim, like the movie.
Oh, is it just one?
There's the movie and then there's like a whole comic series.
I think I've seen the movie, yeah.
Ramona Flowers is my dream one. and
Ramona Flowers.
Ramona Flowers. Google Ramona Flowers. Scott Pilgrim in the movie. That woman. Oh my god.
How's it spelled? Ramona. There we go.
Ramona.
I think I've got it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
change.
She's like literally like I'd marry that woman. So I'm yeah, her hair changes like every scene, but that proper punky, sexy woman, big eyes, that's like my dream. I'm not picky. Oh, I don't know who that is. Oh, I think I know. I haven't watched WWE for ages. Let me just move the camera a wee bit. Trying to move it, but there's a wire in the way. Brianna Danielson. Quite like Paige, actually, when I used to watch. I'd marry Ramona Flowers. Brie Bella, So Brie Bella, yeah? It's not for me, she looks too fake. Yeah. Ramona Flowers. I like dyed hair. Dyed hair, piercings, tattoos. Being a freak.
Are you a bit of a freak then, are you?
I am, but my ex-partner wasn't.
See, that's
So
the only difference between a girlfriend and a friend who's a girl is sex.
yeah.
And if you are not compatibly sexually compatible, just randomly said long words, but it makes sense. Just be mates.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. Like I was like missionary every night. Like
Nah. I'm a doggy guy myself. Not too bad, but just something. You've got more control then.
I feel I'm a bit of a masochist. I like blood.
That's mental. Coxxy boys, let her rip podcast.
Yeah. Like, just scratch me, bite me, make me bleed.
Nah, not far that me. I tell you what, I was watching another podcast, and they were talking about nipples.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, I don't know if you've ever had it, where a girl will try and satisfy a guy by playing with the guy's nipples. Now, for me, doesn't do anything. You might as well be doing it to my knee. In fact, my knee is probably more sensitive than my nipples.
It's closer to the actual area.
Well, yeah. And I was just like, well, just get off. And it was just awkward, and it just kind of ended it. I'm not into it now. I'm going to bed. Have you ever had that, a nipple situation?
I haven't personally, but I've had, there was a girl recently. I know girls are obviously into it, but she has nipple piercings. And I was like, well, what? Like, she was complaining, saying, oh, what's the point of men having piercings? And I'm like, well, you've got nipple piercings. Like, what's the point of having those? And she was saying it heightens, like, pleasure.
Really?
So, yeah. So, nipple piercings on women apparently heightens pleasure. So, I don't know if that's the same with any genital, but
I'm not going to be getting... Oh, I tell you what.
If you want a dick piercing.
I seen something. Do you know how girls can get... Not girls, but just anyone can get the tongue, like, split in two?
Yeah.
I was watching Rod Gilbert's work experience.
And I haven't watched Rod Gilbert in years.
I love him, mate. I just like the Welsh and Scottish, and even the Irish accent. There's another girl, actually. I'll try and find her in a minute. But anyway, Rod Gilbert. And he was doing a tattoo artist's work experience thing. And doing a bit of piercings and a bit of, a body changing and whatever. And there was one where they would split the penis in two.
What?
So, like the tongue.
Yeah.
It's like the snake tongue, but they do that with the penis.
What? How does it work?
I have no idea. I'd imagine they just use the Jap's eye as the point of splitting.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to Google that one.
fair enough. To be honest, when I was
Not for me.
I was gonna do a joke. No, this will become a meme, and there's no benefit of me saying this story except for me getting insulted in future. But I don't give a shit. My idea was, because what I usually do is, now you won't see this, but the current situation is me on the right, you on the left, and just the overall background. But I've got this, and I just realised, I'm going to speak a second.
Yep.
I realised I fucked up the volume for a second, but it's fine. There's another one where it's just like a big empty screen where my webcam is. And the plan was for me to have... fuck me, I just realised there's something. I've been changing scene a little bit.
Yeah.
And on one of them, it's like a view content one. But because I've not got my webcam on, it's not got my volume. Or yours, I don't think. So they just saw me talking about Brianna Danielson and you about your other bird didn't hear it.
2 seconds, I'm literally going to wet myself.
That's fine, mate. Go have a piss.
I'm going to be right back.
So Coxxy's gone for a piss. I'm going to try and find this other bird. Right, hang on. I'm going to switch scene and then get the volume on. There we go. Should that be working? I don't know. Boys, it didn't work. I tried it, it didn't work. So there's an Irish comedian. I'm going to try and find who she's called. So it's Brianna Danielson or Brie Bella. And I'm going to try and find who this other one is. That's it. Ashling. I think it's Ashling, but I'm not sure. Aisling. Irish names are pronounced funny. Scottish names are like that too, but her there on the left. She's well fit, man. She is so fit.
Who?
Aisling B or Ashling B. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'll put a thing in the Discord.
Ashling B.
She's like number 2.
I don't know why, but I've really got a bit of a crush on Karma RX.
Put the name in. Let's have a look.
It's literally like, I think it's like a porn name. She wasn't a porn star when I liked her, but...
Did she turn into one?
She did. I don't know if she split from her husband.
I'd love that, me. If a girl that was into just turned into a porn star.
Yeah, she never used to be, and then I was just like, okay, now she's a porn star, but now I can't tell people about her, but I can enjoy her more.
All that's come up is Karma RX porn videos, and I'm not going to press image, because if I press image, I'm fairly certain... I'll tell you what, I'll move it onto the screen.
There's no... I mean, I don't know what search you've on.
Yeah, I've not got safe search. Let me just try and find a picture and I'll move it over. See, your tits are out on all of them. This is a good one. It's very much titty focused.
A wholesome one.
It's very much titty focused, but you can kind of see the type that is after, with the tattoos on the arms and the sleeves and the tits and the shadow.
Yeah.
Just a bit edgy, innit? It's just a bit edgy.
Yeah. I don't know, I like punky girls, man.
That's fair, that's fair. Everyone's got their type. Oh, she's smoking in that one. Are you a smoker?
I'm not. Like, I think it came down to the drugs and shit from my family. Like, they were smoked as well, so I was like, nah.
Is it a turn off if a girl is a smoker?
Not really, because obviously I've had my own life of secondhand smoking, like, up until I moved out. So, like, okay, so I don't really care.
Fair
Like,
enough.
I'm genuinely indifferent.
Indifferent. Fair enough.
Mm.
I tried smoking. Like, I did it for a bit, but I was never addicted. I don't think I enjoyed it. I just did it for the social aspect. Because there's something about smoking where you're in a pub with all your mates, and then all the smokers go out for a smoke. And I'm just going to let you in on a little secret. The people that smoke are the interesting people of the group. So when the smokers leave, there's 3 of you sat there. There's you, there's the boring cunt, and there's the guy that no one actually knows but was invited to this one night out.
Yeah.
And you just sat there awkwardly twiddling your thumbs. So I discovered that actually, you know what? I'm just going to go start smoking and just go out with a cool lot. And the conversation's genuinely quite interesting.
I end up smoking a lot, like when I'm on nights out, just because it gives you an excuse to swap saliva. So.
Yeah, it does. It really does. I like the smoking area of clubs. There's a club in town called Arc, which is the biggest, gropiest club ever. Like all the guys and girls wear like shirts and dresses, and it's all very la-di-da to do whatever. But you go in, and it's like it's just everyone's getting slaughtered on drugs, and it's like this is what I like. It's very middle class, and I'm not middle class at all, right?
Silver spoon.
I'm kind of the lower. I'm the lower middle class that's just drifted into the lower class. Like I spend more time in North Manchester than I do in South, despite the fact I live here. But I went when I go there, it's just like all the middle class like just get proper rat arse. It's like, wait, look at you, you fancy fake breasted cunt getting all fucked up on drugs. Let's have sex, okay. But yeah, I like the smoking area and that because it's just more chill. I like conversations.
Yeah.
You a pub guy or a club guy?
I'm a club guy at the end of the night. So I always go to like pubs for pre-drinks, obviously. But then once I've been drinking, I need to go and start grinding on strangers.
Yeah, that's a club guy then. Because a pub guy is different. And I'm more of a pub guy than a club guy. I'll put my hands up in a minute. Club guys are more about the let's start grinding and having a shag, whatever. But the pub guys are more just chilling at a pub with a mates, with a pint, with whatever they're drinking, and just having a conversation. That's the difference.
I reckon I'd be up for that more now, but like after 6 years of like a relationship I wasn't really into, it was always clubs because then I get to get drunk and use it as an excuse to fucking get off with strangers.
Did you cheat?
I never cheated. Like I've literally. So I have had a few friends that said I did like get off with other girls, but I never remember them.
Right. Okay. So what's
I've never cheated though.
What's the furthest that you've went that you remember?
Every time I've been out, there's a girl grinding on my dick. Like every time, which is like I've been like obviously.
There's never been like kissing going on.
I haven't had sex with it. No, there was one time where apparently I like did a lot more with a girl, but I genuinely didn't remember it. And when I spoke to her the day after, she was like, "No, nothing happened." So I still don't know if she was just trying to be like, "No, nothing happened." Or
she just saw you when she didn't have beer goggles on. It was like, oh, no, nothing happened.
So, I don't know if that was her or it was them, but I genuinely, I'm like not really. I mean, I guess it's a sense I've always been in a relationship, but I just don't see myself as a casual sex sort of guy.
Okay.
I'm way too like if I have a friends with benefits, they talk to someone else, I'm like, okay, now I've got to fight them, and like let's get married. I don't see myself being the casual sort.
That's fair. Fuck me. What's annoying me right now with my PC? It's too far away from my couch. So
you're on a sofa.
I'm downstairs, aren't I? I'm very
like on a casting couch.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. Just if only there was a really fit bird sat next to me that I'd then plough. Make for a good podcast.
Make some more viewers.
Might not make it onto YouTube, but Pornhub would be down for it. I can't believe that when you fucking put that bird up and I typed it in, and because obviously I'm taking that display and just splitting it into the two sections for the webcams. Yeah. So when I put another screen up, it just gets a little bit of a snippet from it. All it could see was Pornhub.com. I was like, fuck me. What have you sent? Brilliant.
She is a beautiful woman, but she has no Ramona Flowers. Or Tay Jardine. Oh, Tay Jardine.
I've got a friend suggestion for Psycho.
Oh, Tay Jardine.
First. So what's your game plan in the woman world now? Are you just not bothered? You just live your life?
I'm really not asked. Like, I don't know. There are like, I'm not gonna lie and say there's not people I'm interested in, but I don't want a relationship, like at all.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if they are, like I'm kind of cheesy. If they are destined to be more than that, I don't want to just have a whole friends of benefit shit.
See, I've never like moved in. I've never had a proper long term one.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking 3 months max kind of situation. It's like you've dedicated a quarter, well not a quarter, but it is a quarter, isn't it? It's a quarter of the year. 3, isn't it? 3, 6, 9, 12, yeah. You've
So I've had
dedicated a
quarter of
quarter
my
of your
life.
life. Yeah. But you've quarter of your life to your ex.
Yeah, I'm 22 and we were together for like 6 years. So over that.
6, yeah, just
And
over, yeah.
we lived
24.
together for 5 of those.
That's mental.
Yeah, and like the only girlfriend I had before that was 15, 16, like a year and a bit.
You don't do it short, do you?
No, so since 15, I've been in a long-term
Wait.
relationship.
You had a girlfriend from 15 to 16 for a year,
Yeah.
and you didn't shag her?
No, like, I don't know. I was kind of like awkward back then.
Okay,
Like,
that's fair. I mean, everyone was awkward back
and
then.
she was like, I don't know. I had a few girls try it on. But I was I was still at that stage where I was like, fuck off, leave me alone. And then I got with my like ex, and then after like a couple months, we were like, yeah, let's do it. And then after 6 years together, like pretty recently, like literally like a few weeks ago, like the start of this, it's literally 3 weeks ago, we just like split up. But it was me that initiated, because I'm just like not happy with it.
First.
But it's just like a case of like been together since we. Oh, I need to blue tack this shit. We've been together since we were like kids, and obviously we grow to on different things.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's not like a big thing.
I was speaking to my mate, right, and he was he held on to his virginity for a long time, and I'm surprised because he is a good-looking lad. Like as lads go,
Yeah.
he's Indian, not Indian, but he's Asian.
Yeah.
And you know he's ripped, solid facial structure, good hair, got the beard. He is fit, but he always held on to it because he was very much too relationshipy, very romantic-esque, too Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
And eventually, I ruined him a little bit. I convinced him to snap, and he just ploughed everybody. And I was proud of him because he was slaying birds that were 10 out of 10s. I was like, mate, yes, go on, lad. But he said something to me, and it was right this, and he said, don't get with a girl who is under 18, because the moment you do, and they turn to 18, they change. Because no girl is the same after they've been on a night out. One night out and it'll change forever. And it's true. It's true. So that's advice for people watching. Don't get with girls that are under 18, which should kind of be a law. But
talking about girls that are under 18, you've got a few stories that have come up recently. So do you want to go into those? I'm
not going to lie to you, right? There's more than one, but no, you've got to bear in mind that I am admitting to breaking the law over the internet. But I didn't know either time or any time. When I lost my virginity, I was 15. I knew I was 15. I knew she was 15. But I was 15. I was losing my virginity. It was in a bush.
A bush?
It was literally in a bush. It was like...
Nice.
The bushes kind of went around in a circle and it was on dirt. It was weird. But it happened. 1-0 me. So there was another time, and in Scotland, and there was a bird, and she's well fit. I was speaking to her, and because I went to Scotland for the ice hockey, right? Because I follow ice hockey. Glaswegian team that I support, Greyhead Clan. Went out watching it, and there was a bird there, and people knew who she was. People knew her and knew how old she was, and she was involved in the community. But I was speaking to her, and I bought her a drink, and she was getting served by the bar. It's like, okay, she's 18. She looked older than me, and I was 18 at the time. I'm talking to her, and we just go up to the stands together, and we're having a good time, and you know, things roll on as they do, and getting with her. She adds me on Facebook the next day, and I accept it and think, she's 15. What? I thought she was like 19, 20 or something, because she looked older than me, but she was 15. She does not look it. So I'm like, shit. Fucking shit, I've done something bad here. So I tried to play it off and stop communication, but at the same time, not piss her off, so she wouldn't say anything. Because my bollocks were in her hands there. She had a firm grasp around my cojones. Could have been bad. So luckily it ended up okay. And the other time, I don't know if I want to say the other time on YouTube, Coxxy, because the other time's worse. I'll tell you what, lads. Just ask me, and I'll tell you on Discord. But I'm not putting that on the internet because that one was bad enough. But no, not this one. Needless to say, I made a mistake. Wish I didn't make it. Wish I didn't make it. Because that one's worse. And if my thing is, if my family ever go back and see this and it becomes successful and goes and watch it, Coxxy, some things I'm happy for them to go and see. That I'm not. I'm gonna I'm just gonna hide that one. Just gonna hide that one. But it will be open to see on the Discord if you ask me. But I'm sure most people know anyway. But yeah, I'm had that. So, do you feel regret? As deep as it sounds.
Like, in what sense? Just
in a sense that,
or with women?
With just kind of women, but your life in general, of just this 17 to 22 gap of, some people will say is the best years of your life. I disagree. I think the best years of your life are between like 13 to 15. But
yeah,
people say, 17 and 22, best years of your life, and you spent them with one bird that maybe you weren't meant for.
I don't know. It's a weird thing because, in a sense, yes. Because I don't know. On a night out, I am for some reason pretty successful. If I was single, so there's been many a time where I had to turn people down, and if I was single, I wouldn't have had to do that because they were like girls like way out my league. And in the other sense, I've had kind of the experience of a long-term relationship and know that particular one wasn't for me. So it's better for like a life experience.
Yeah, you are right.
At the same time, like, I may have turned down things that will never happen again.
Lads.
So maybe I need to go on a night out because I haven't had a night out single yet. Like, I've met up with a girl the other day for like that gig, which was like, that was fun. I'm gonna go see her again, but I haven't had I haven't started Tindering yet. So I move out Monday.
Let's do it. Let's do it now, Coxxy. Get your you shit your phone to your camera. We can't do it. Fuck. Yeah. That would be brilliant for the podcast. That never mind.
Tinder.
Get Coxxy set up on Tinder. No, should do it though anyway. So, at the very least, what it does is gives you independence.
Yeah.
Because I've got matches, right, that I do not speak to, but I know I could speak to. And I'm the same for them. They don't necessarily want to speak to me all the time, but they will speak to me just for a laugh or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So, as long as you've got that kind of freedom and independence to say, that is one danger you'll have when you're single, is if you're in a situation where you're speaking to a bird and she cuts it off and you're like, fuck, that was my only option.
Yeah.
Shit. That's the worst thing when you're single. But as long as you know you're independent and you've got an option, it's fine. Which is why Tinder's brilliant. Because you don't rely on it. Nothing ever happens through Tinder except maybe a hookup every now and then if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But it's an option. And that's the key thing. That's my only advice to you. Just make sure you've got your options open. Don't settle. Don't settle.
Yeah. I'm just kind of at a point where I'm like not that arsed. Like, I think I'd want it for like a self-esteem based, but like nothing more. Like, I'm literally not interested in a relationship whatsoever. At the same time, the people that I'm interested in, I don't want to get with because I don't want to fuck up a future relationship with like friends with benefit shit.
That's risky. That's a situation and a half. That.
Yeah, I don't want a relationship, but the people I would want to do everything. But
say fuck. With, say fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do want to fuck. You don't want to fuck.
People that I want to fuck.
There we go.
But in the future, I probably want a relationship with them, but I don't want to fuck that up by fucking them.
There we go.
That's
a difficult
situation. That's kind of like a weird spot to be in.
Yeah, that's a difficult situation.
I think because I'm used to like a long-term relationship, that as soon as someone starts, like we start having a rapport, then I'm like, okay, maybe this is like the real thing.
Yeah. Because I say the same thing each time I get with a bird. It's like 2 months in, it's like, I know for a fact I don't love him, but because I can't help myself, it's the only thing I think of. It's like, you don't love him. Yeah, but you've got to say it, don't you? No, you don't have to say it at all. You've just fucked him and the endorphins are flowing. Simmer down.
Yeah.
No, but I love her, don't I? No, you don't. That's the situation I get. And maybe other people get it as well, I don't know. But yeah, as long as you don't fall into that same trap of, I'm going to fuck you, but then let's continue talking.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be the big thing for you, your first one night stand. Which I will, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm on edge about. But I'll probably just next month when I've got money. Literally, what's the date now? Wednesday.
26th. Yeah,
Wednesday. No, Thursday the 31st is when I get paid. So that's when I'm tested.
Tested?
When I can start going out
oh,
nights
right.
out.
I thought you meant for STIs. I was like, what?
No, not that bad yet.
You'd only fucked one girl a minute ago. What's going on, God? You went to the toilet and you picked up chlamydia.
Yeah, man. On the way. That's what it's like on nights out for me.
So, fair enough. That'll be interesting for you. You just have to keep us in the loop. We'll get you back on the podcast at some point and just say, right, Coxxy, it's been 2 months. Relationships.
Yeah, I'm covered in gonorrhea.
Couple of herpes and diseases, whatever. Nice one, man. Nice one. We've been on for nearly 3 hours now.
Yeah.
That's solid, That's solid. It's going to be the longest podcast. It's also the best one, Coxxy. I'll give you that. I've already said it, but I'll give you that. It's the best one.
Really?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Because it's not a interview. It started a little bit interview, but you've got to do it to get onto topic. But now we're just having a conversation. I love this, breaking down the fourth wall. Do you know what I mean? Just like, podcast is, you don't reference that it is just two lads having a conversation for a video. But that's what it is, isn't it?
Pretty much. Near the end of it.
Are you pissed, mate?
A little bit. I think I've had 7 or 8.
Quality. Well, this is my 4th here, and I think he had 3 upstairs, but I don't know. Maybe 6 altogether. Which is enough to get. I mean, I'm skinny. I'm a skinny bloke. You can still see my cam, can't you? Look at these arms. These are not arms that you are impressive at all. Hard, mate. Fucking let's go, lads.
Yeah, I'm a chubby kid. So.
No, you're not a chubby. You just got weight.
I'm a stocky boy.
Put tight in your top.
Yes.
Nah, you're not. You're
I'm
not
a chubby
stocky.
boy.
You're not stocky. You've got weight.
Wide shoulders.
You've got weight, but you're not stocky.
Yeah. Once I get in shape, I'll be buff.
Yeah, man. That's the thing, because you've got a better standing point to getting ripped.
Yeah.
Because I've got to put weight on and then tone it, whereas you've just got to tone it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've just got to do half of it. Which I'm decent with. Started on my 10 kilogram weights. I do 100 of those in each arm.
Fuck, man.
Gone up to that, which is fucking effort.
100, did you say?
Yeah, I do 100 of. So it's 10 kilograms. I just do dumbbells like this. So I just do 100 of those on each arm. So I do 5 sets of 20.
10 times 100, do you mean?
No, so I do 20.
What's the weight?
On it. So this is 10 kilograms.
Oh, right, okay.
So these are all 2.5 each. So I do 20, and then I do 20, and I just keep switching. I do 5 sets. But when I used to, so pretty much at the minute I'm in management. Woo. So it means more money for less work. Where before, when I used to do all the physical shit, I was slinging around 30 kilos, on and off, literally non-stop, all day.
What, so in roll cages of just random
30
stock?
kilos of MDF sheeting and shit like that. Because I would work on the saw, timber saw. So I do all the manual shit.
What is it that you're doing as work?
So literally, I'm now in retail shitty management. But before, I used to work in the warehouse where I'd cut all the order size on timber saw.
For what?
So the woods.
Business?
B&Q.
Oh, it's B&Q, okay.
Yeah, so all the tradesmen and shit, all the businesses would place orders, and I just cut them to the precise measurement. Which means I'd have to sling around the 30 kilo sheets all day. And then I get more money, but I put on weight by going into the management side.
Yeah, I'll have a McDonald's today. I'll have a McDonald's today.
Yeah, pretty much. So now I do no lifting, but get paid a shitload more.
When I was working at the NHS, it was a very similar thing, because I was working in the service desk section, which is you do the on the phones, which is your traditional LOITF, you try turning it off and on again. You do that, and then you also do the technician side, which is going out, fixing shit. And a lot of it is, well, here's a bunch of broken stuff, take it away. Well, you're not just going to go out to the hospital to pick up one broken PC and then take it away. You're going to wait till there's a huge amount, go and pick all of it up. So you get a huge roll cage of stuff, and you can Google what a roll cage is. It's just a big, kind of like a cage that's taller than you.
Literally a metal cage. Like.
It's like 6'2" of just steel that you can just drive a shit ton of equipment in. And when it's just all metallic objects, fuck me, does it get heavy. Just trying to get it over a curb is hard enough.
Do you not use like PPTs, like power pump trucks? Or were they all manual?
All manual, mate. NHS, there's no money in that. I'll tell you what though, for NHS.
All mine are powered, so I'm literally just like, okay, I press this button, done, walk along. It's like all motorized. It's so clean.
Not only did we have to do it manually, but the wheels were horrible. It was plastic wheels that were shaking constantly. Like there was no traction. There was a lot of traction, sorry, so it was hard to move. But I'll tell you one thing, right? They complain about the NHS having no money. It's not true. The way that it works financially is they'll give each department a set budget. So just to keep it simple, your budget is £10 a month. It will be a shit ton more than that, but just keep it simple, £10 a month. But if you only spend £8 in a month, your budget for next month will be £8.
Yeah.
So every section, every department will want to make sure they spend all £10, so that their budget for next month is £10. Because eventually they're going to need £10 for their budget. You know, if there's a lot of people coming in or whatever. So that means they've got to spend a lot of excess shit. Now this isn't £10. We're talking thousands of pounds. So when every department is doing the same thing, and I worked in IT, so if you're thinking I've got to spend £2,000, what's the best way to spend £2,000? Let's buy 200 electronic equipment. Let's buy some Surface Pros, because we can just buy a shit ton of them, put them on all the wards. There we go, we've met our budget quota. Because it's like the last section of it's yearly budgets, so the last month of the year. And they'll do that when I'm working in IT.
Just real quick, the camera's about to die again.
Fuck it. It's fine.
I'm going to put it on charge, but I'm going to go back to Steve face for a little bit, I think.
That's fine. We'll bring back the thing. But yeah, so they just spend a shit ton of money on pointless shit just to fill out the quota. And I just think it's mental that they complain about money in the NHS when it's that fucked.
Yeah, they're on strike every week.
It's just like, fucking hell, man.
To be fair though, like when I pay taxes, it's literally 80% is benefits, and then like 2% is the police. Like that shit's crazy to me.
That is
and, like
pretty
barely any of it's NHS. Like literally I think 78% of my taxes last year, which is like £7,000, was purely on benefits.
That's mental. I've had benefits for 2 months. Not these months, but I've had it in the past, just when I was between jobs. And I don't understand it, because I felt embarrassed taking it. And the only reason I took it was because it was Christmas.
Yeah, I've had it before as well, and it's like...
I only took it because I wanted money for Christmas presents.
Because only like, what is it, £56 a week? Something like that?
I can't remember how much it was.
They make you feel like proper shit taking it. It's like £114 per fortnight.
Yeah.
At the time, when I had it anyway.
I think it was like 300 or 250 or something a month. Something like that. And it was just so I could pay for the Christmas presents. But it's like, I don't understand how someone can genuinely live off it. Fuck me, I've fucked up my headphones again. But it was just one of those things where I need it, so I'm going to take it, but this is job seeker's allowance because I am seeking for a job because I'm between jobs.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying between jobs. I literally just left it a month ago. I'll take my benefits for that month, and then I find a job within like a month and a half, which was shit, and I left it again. But yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand the why so many people like scrounge off it, which is the right word because you do scrounge off it.
Yeah, it's literally a case of like fucking don't want to work, just keep trying to play the system, which is like there are some people that genuinely need it. And then there are a fuckload of people that don't need it, that will abuse it.
A weird one for me is the child one.
Yeah.
Now, I can't get my head around it, and I'm not going to state an opinion because I'm not able to understand it fully to quantify my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, you're given money when you've got a kid from the government. However, if you can't fund a child... If you can't pay for it, then why are you having one? But then again, if you're a couple that just doesn't earn enough, but you want to live your life with a child and bring a new one into the world, surely you should be able to, but you can't afford it, so they couldn't give you something. They can't fully get my head around it. But it's just weird, isn't it? How...
Yeah, it's really strange how it works as well, because for every separate child they have, they get more money, but it decreases for each child.
Yeah,
so
it's like if you get £10 for one, you'll get £8 for your next, and then...
Yeah, and then £6, blah blah blah. Like it decreases. So they've mapped it out exactly, but it just seems strange that one child is worth £10, but the next child's worth £6. Like,
well, I'd imagine it's £8 each. Because I presume it's, if you're going to buy, there's excess stuff, I'd imagine. So with the first child, you might need a pram or something, but you could just get the older child's pram and take it down. So you do need less kind of money for that stuff. And the clothes are the same, you've got the hand-me-downs. So I imagine there's some kind of stuff you can understand why it's lower.
Yeah.
Plus, if you get given, again, £10 per child, again, we're just using simple numbers, but you only use £8, you're getting paid £2 to have a child. So it's like, I'll tell you what, if we have 2,000 children, we've got £4,000 for nothing.
Yeah.
Granted, you wouldn't do that, it's ridiculous and using it as an example, but I can understand the concept of, okay, let's just make it less and less and less. Because when you're on your fourth child, it's like, well, no, you're just taking the piss a little bit now.
Yeah. My mum had 5. I've got 4 little sisters.
You got 4 little sisters? Fuck me,
4
man.
little sisters, all female cousins, all dad walkouts, all female family.
That must be hard, that.
I'm the oldest as well. So I'm the big brother for like fucking 10 female cousins.
How much you speak to him?
Quite a bit, to be honest. Because I'm like the oldest and plus the only male. I end up being the big brother for like everyone. Which I think is why it's so hard for me to do the whole one night stand shit as well.
Because you've just got so much respect for...
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm weirdly like respective about women.
Weirdly respected by women. Or respected for... I don't think you can say that. Like, you're allowed to respect...
Respected of. Yeah. Like, in the sense of like being a literal white knight, but flaming white knights. You know?
No, I think that's fine. Like, no one can be insulted for that.
Yeah. Which is like, that's why it's like a weird thing for me.
Fairs, man. Fairs. Right, it has been 3 hours and 3 minutes and 34 seconds. And it has been a long one, you're right.
You can cut out a lot of the pee breaks, but...
I'm not going to bother. I'm just literally just going to upload the entire thing.
Yeah.
And people... Well, it's because I know what... The thing with podcasts, people don't watch podcasts. They just have it on the other screen and just let it play. Like while they're playing a game of League of Legends or something. And it'll be good for that if people are bothered. Some of it's been quite funny, actually, and quite entertaining.
I don't remember half of it.
Nor do I. I think we started with you bashing LoL Squad and Pirates. I'm not bashing them.
Yeah, LoL Squad are whiny babies. like, they cried so much over the toe picks. It was ridiculous. Like,
was that for the final game?
Yeah, because they were apparently really try-harding, and we were just shitting on them while taking pictures of our feet, and that offended them. And like, we're like, I'm sorry that we didn't take you seriously, but we still free owed you in less than 20 minutes.
I think it's fine to complain if your if your opponent takes pictures of the feet during the game and you stomp them. It's like we actually wanted some competition. What you're doing?
Yeah.
But if you're complaining at them taking pictures of their feet and get smashed, mate, you got fucked.
That's what I said to him. I was like, guys, no one cared. Like, we were taking pictures of our feet and you still lost. Come back stronger. And they took that. They were offended because that was us saying, we didn't care, but we still shit on you.
Oh, they should be offended. They are rightfully offended.
Just get better. Like, at the end of the day, we said we were going to win the series. So, I'm going to win the series on my own, regardless of my team. And then my team plays the best series of their life as well.
I mean, I can respect where they're coming from. They are allowed to be butthurt, but not annoyed at you because you've just played the game and fucked him. They're allowed to be butthurt because they've just been raped.
Yeah, like, just, all I can say is get good.
Yeah, get good, Thomas. What I will what I will remind you of is my Janna game where you were playing Tristana and we duo queued and we won. I'm just gonna let you remember that.
Yeah.
I'm
So
good, aren't I?
that game is the epitome of my ADC this bit. So I said to Alianare before the game, she was like, "Oh, you haven't played ADC like for a month. You were just playing mid lane." I'm like, "Yeah, just a heads up. I always play ADC a lot better when I haven't played it for fucking ages because." Like, when I played with you, I've been playing ADC with splits. I'm bored out of my mind. So, I'll just enter a game, and then I'll be like, yeah, I'll get a pentakill now and win the game. So, when I haven't played AD or split, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of fun. Let me just get 12 CS per minute on Jhin and get a 29 KDA for the series. Yeah. So,
Nice one, man.
that's why pre-season I can get all the team offers. Then mid-season they're trying to bench me.
We've got a sub that plays Ezreal with Static Shiv, and we think he'd be a little bit better than you, Coxxy. So unfortunately, white roses for you.
Deja vu.
Brilliant. Oh man, I'm gonna have to end the podcast now.
I think we got to wrap it up at some point, or we're going through like ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this beer by myself. I'm just living the epitome of darkness in my bedroom. Because I'm going to have to bring all this shit back upstairs now so I can go watch the next episode of James Bond. I can now talk. I can talk for fucking ages, man.
I think I've had 7 or 8.
Nice, man. Nice. Enjoy work
7.
tomorrow. Enjoy work.
Yeah, I've got to be up at I've got to leave at 7 a.m. So I've got to be up at about 6.
Yeah, so he's already missed 2 hours of sleep. Right, lads. Yeah. I'm going to end the podcast now. Cheers for watching. If you have
rivals / compete league / friends, family,
all that.
Women are meeting bars.
It's been 3 hours and 10 minutes, and I'm not. I've recorded other stuff, but I'm just not going to put it on because it's been a decent podcast by itself. If you've enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment on any suggestions and compliments and shit. Constructive criticism as well. Why not? And all the other shit.
If you're thinking about slitting your wrist, message me and we'll talk you out of it.
Yeah.
Cheers.
That thing happened. But brilliant. Yeah. I'll be recording these once a week. I'm doing the next one on Monday with hopefully Vorzex, Axile and Mammal if they all decide to do it, which will just be a general CL overview.
The Bregex.
Yeah, the Bregex. And then yeah, we'll just go from there. Because I've got a week to myself now, I might do another one. Just because I've got more time to do it. But we'll see. Again, just constantly give me as much feedback as you can. Because with that, I can make this better. And less of the 3 hour and 10 minute podcasts that is this one. Although if you did enjoy it, let me know. If you've made it to this point, brilliant. I think if this is such a cop-out that some YouTubers do. But if you made it to this point in the video, comment cheese in the comments. Because then I know you've made it. Now, obviously, if you just see someone else has written cheese, you might write cheese too because you realise what's gone on. But fuck it. That's just quite interesting to see. Anyway, fuck off. I'm gone. Cheers, guys. In a bit, Coxxy.
Bye.
You did it! Congratulations. 3 hours and almost 30 minutes of me and this really annoying voice. Well done. Congratulations. I realised when I watched it, but I said watch the end back, I didn't watch the whole thing back. It was just a bit of a dull ending. I've still not slept. So I'm going to leave a brilliant clip of me predicting, I think it's an Ezreal E with a Nidalee Spear to finish this out. And this is probably the best play I've ever made. And it's shit. xDriger. Looking for team. Enjoy.